Flippin' it and I'ma stand out.
I done seen these niggas crash out. They some baby boys, I'm the man now. They was questioning, make them fans now. I'm the best in my league and that's hands down. Understand now, got plans now, got big dreams. Now fuck that, got big schemes since 16s, hot 16s. I started broke, then I fixed things. I been king, I been him. My bitch bad, my whip clean. I been hot, that's benzene. You been not, that's cold stream. That's cold things, that's cold things. I'm motivated like Kobe. These motherfuckers don't know me. It's my time, check
I rise and I wake and
yeah.
I gotta go get it. I'm making my bed and it's straight to the digits. No cup of jokers, the shit is acidic. So I take a shot with the lemon and ginger. Look in the mirror like, yeah, I'm the nigga. Look in the mirror like, damn it, I'm fitted. Looking outside like the world is all mine. Look in the mirror like, nigga, go get it. I gotta get to the scene, oh. I gotta get to the bag now. I can't be chasing on these hoes. They getting they feeling and dragged down. That's why these niggas just crash out. Stuck in the cell and it's man down. Life getting gone in a flash now. Fuck it in and I'ma stand out.
Anywhere I'm at, turn the city up. I can flip a dollar to $1 million. I don't like to brag, but I'm really on. 3, 2, 1. Anywhere I'm at, turn the city up. 3, 2, 1. I don't like to brag, but I'm really on. It's a new day, days been new. Been a decade since I made it out of rental. We some owners, baby, we don't got no rent due. My trick, for my wife, you like the trick too. Merry Christmas, hey Saint Nick. What we want get, we on wait list. How we got here doesn't make sense. Have patience, that'll make sense. 3, 2, 1. Anywhere I'm at, turn the city up. I can flip a dollar to $1 million. I don't like to brag, but I'm really on. 3, 2, 1. Anywhere I'm at, turn the city up. 3, 2, 1. I don't like to brag, but I'm really on. picking up the slack. Joining in this prime way, I'm getting to the rack. I do what I want, when I want, where I want, no cap. Put in all work, now I'm getting to the back. 25 late, I got money on my mind. Live life great, but I'm always on the grind. Navy blue tank, I don't wear it for the time. Real hustle, baby, throw my rollie in the sky.
Get ready for blast off.
Ball pointing cushy, so you know it's berserk. Trevor on the mix, so you know we gon' work. I might leave in one, find the beach and go surf. I'ma ride the wave till I'm out of this earth. 3, 2, 1. Anywhere I'm at, turn the city up. I can flip a dollar to $1 million. I don't like to brag, but I'm really on. 3, 2, 1. Anywhere I'm at, turn the city up. 3, 2, 1. I don't like to brag, but I'm really.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? What's up? If y'all can hear me, put a 1 in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear me. Let's go, let's go, let's go. All right, man. It is so good to be back with you guys right here on the Black Men Unfiltered Network. You know, we don't do Saturday shows, Saturday afternoon shows, right? We don't have one yet, all right? However, I did want to do a pop-up show because I think it's necessary in the times that we're in right now. But before we jump in, I want to say that this show is for everyone today. It's not barbershop. It's not the set panel on Tuesday. Everyone needs to have a voice, whether you are with Kamala Harris or you're with Donald Trump. Your voice needs to be heard today on the Black Men Unfiltered Network. As you can see, the title says, Why Black Men Feel Invisible in Politics. Yes, we do feel invisible in politics, right? It is geared towards the women. No matter what you say, Take Heed has alluded to this. Other women on YouTube have alluded to this, that the system is set up as a bunk bed for women, and the men have no say-so whatsoever. All right, so we want to, and I want the women who defend the men to, if you're at home right now, if you're not doing anything, I want women and men here to voice how they feel in the defense of men, and I want men to come up and talk about the experiences they have as a man. When you work every day, they take your taxes every day, you paying your bills every day, and you still can't get anything that's a reflection to uplift, motivate, inspire, and bring up the black men. You ask black men for years to pull themselves up by their bootstraps, but they don't have on any boots. All right. So I want to get to the chat right now, and let's see who we have in here today. We got Melania in the building today. She said, good afternoon, everyone. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday to you too. Beautiful woman, just beautiful woman right there, y'all. She's always here. She's always supportive. Thank you so much for being here. We got the queen of YouTube in the building today. She said, good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, queen. Take heed to the messages in the damn building. If you did not watch her show this morning, yesterday morning, the morning before that, what are you waiting on? Thursday, she came over here. She has a show over here on Thursdays now where she killed it for 2 hours straight. Bang, bang, bang. Fist to your head on Thursday. So make sure you guys go back and watch her show on her network. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe button over there, and then come over here and watch her on Thursdays as well as she continues to cook. Let's see who else we got. We got Edward in the building today. Edward Gilbert, thank you so much for being here. He said, what's up, chat and panel? We got Scorched Earth in the building today. He said, BMU, you slumming this weekend? Absolutely, brother. Listen, we had a hell of a show last night for barbershop, guys. If you didn't see the barbershop show last night, woo, you missed out. Oh my God, it was amazing. It's at 1,000 views already. That show did amazing last night. Everybody was supportive of the show last night. Everybody was the chat was on fire. The panel was on fire. We had some people in here. We had Uncle Jeff in the building last night. We had Angry Man in the building last night. We had OGJ Speed in the building last night. So you knew that panel was on fire last night. And people gonna stop underestimating me putting people together, because I think that I'm one of the best at it on this thing. And if I get access to more people, but I can put a panel together. And my sister Take Heed, She always gets in the chat, and I always wait on it to see what she's going to say. And like last night, she didn't disappoint. She said, BMU, you're a troublemaker. Absolutely, I am. All right, absolutely. I think when there's troubled water, the boats ride better. Yes, indeed. All right, so I want to say this as well. As we are on YouTube, I don't mean any harm to anybody. I had this conversation with my YouTube family here. I do believe the reason that I'm so adamant now, I didn't used to be. All right, but as we get more serious and move forward with content, I do believe people should start camming up. I believe that if you say something and you got to stand on what you say, people should see you. I think body language is everything. I think the way you say things, the way you look, says a lot about what you believe. And anybody can sit in the dark and speak. But I do believe that if you're going to come on a panel and you're going to voice your opinion, especially if it's a huge opinion or a narrative or whatever it is that you're trying to say, I do believe that you should be able to get on with your camera on. And this goes for everybody, whether you're a great speaker, whether you're a great person. If you are that great of a person, you shouldn't fear your job. You shouldn't fear the people that's going to talk about you. You shouldn't fear about people talk about the gap in your teeth or your book teeth. We don't care. When you come to Black Men Unfiltered Network, your camera will be, I will say this and respectfully, I have no respect for a man, especially a man, that will come on a platform, talk down on black men, talk down on black women, have an expression about the culture, and cannot stand on business because you won't even show your face. So for that reason, when you don't show your face, you've lost credibility with me already. You can't pray for me with your camera off. You can't talk to me with your camera off. You can't have I can't come on your platform at all. If you invite me, I'm not coming if you're going to talk to me the entire time with your camera off. I'm not going to do it. I'm sorry. I have no respect for you because you want to hide. It's the old saying, you throwing a rock and hiding your hand. You throwing out what you want people to believe and want people to aspire to in your voice, but your face is not telling us anything because you're hiding behind the camera. So I just want to put that out there. Anybody need to clip this part of the show and put it before your show. I'm speaking for all content creators who are trying to be serious about their content. At the BMU Network, if you can't turn your camera on, I would love for you to support us in the chat. But if you could turn that camera on, bring it on, because we want to hear your perspectives, whether we agree with them or not. Last night, every one of those black men who were on this show last night had their camera on. They spoke it, they talked their shit, and we got up out of here. But we had a great show. You were able to see people's facial expressions. People in the chat were saying, look at his facial expression. Look how he looks. He's like he's upset. People were able to connect. People can connect with people they can see. But if I'm speaking like I'm coming from heaven and I have no face behind it, I'm not standing on business. So I don't want to do business with people that don't want to turn their camera on. I'm not going to go on any platforms for people that don't have their camera on. You're not going to come on my platform and your camera not on, because we have to have a level of decorum. We have to have a level of respect. And I think it's disrespectful that all the other men and women on the panel can have their cameras on and you'll come up here without yours on, and you want people to say, believe what you're saying or trust in what you're saying. All right. So I'm done with that. Give me something, Lloyd. All right. So let's get to the show. Why black men feel invisible. Listen, guys, if you want to donate to the channel, please do so. You guys have been supporting real good. You know that YouTube don't like me right now, so they got me in jail as far as getting my money. All right. So, but guess what? The network still has to be paid for. And without you guys, come on now, you guys support the channel where this can be possible. Right. And so if you love the content today, please go ahead and get your Cash Apps out and send your boy some love. You can send me $3, $2, whatever you seeing. I love it because you gave it. All right. So I appreciate you already before you pick your phone up and send your Cash App. But at the bottom of the screen, you'll see Black Men Unfiltered. Let's not let YouTube put their boot on the neck of a black man who is trying to give great content and take away the financial part of it. You can help beat YouTube until they understand that they need to give me my money. You can help beat YouTube by sending in a Cash App now. It's scrolling at the bottom of the screen. Today, I have a goal today for this channel to make $100. Okay, that ain't gonna be that's not hard to do. All right, we need 10 people to give $10. How hard is that? 10 people to give $10. We should have that by the end of this show, and we'll be able to continue that as we go on into YouTube Wake Up and understand this is great content. All right, thank you guys for who all is going to give right now. I'll definitely shout you out once you send it in. All right. So I got my phone right here posted up down here. I'm going to sit it right here. Once those Cash Apps start rolling in, I am going to shout you guys out. If you want to come on the panel, you can do that. And I'll also play you something too as well when you send a Cash App. All right. Now, if you want to come up again, like I said earlier, if you do want to come up on the show today, feel free to do so. The link is in the at the top of the chat, or here it is right here on the screen. Join the show. Camera must be on. No exceptions. Women and men are invited to join. There's the link. Come on up here and holla at your boy. All right, so we're going to go through this. Now, I used to respect Roland Martin a lot because I thought he was real. I thought he was balanced. Black David out there, shout out to Black David, used to respect Roland Martin a lot as well. I don't know how he feels about him now. I got to talk to Black David. I don't know how he feels about him now. We got somebody else in the chat. Hold on a second. All right, we got Jude McCord in the building, man. Hey, what's going on, my brother? Thank you for being here, man. I don't think I've ever seen you before, but welcome to the network. Welcome to the channel where all content is fire. All right. Take that from Take Heed. I like that. Take Heed. All right. So, but Roland Martin has been on one. Roland Martin understands what we have in Kamala Harris. He understands it. But what does Roland do? He keeps pushing a narrative that is not true to us as people. He's pushing a narrative that she is the best thing for this country. She has done no wrong. She is spot-free, wrinkle-free. And he wants black men to get it together and vote. We saw Barack Obama tell men, get it together. We saw Joe Biden, who served tea on the Titanic, say the same thing. What did he say? If the only trash he sees is the supporters of Donald Trump. What's the difference between him saying that as the president and a comedian saying it at a rally? Talk to me. All right, Dre Blanchett, man, thank you for being here. Dre said, what's going on, everyone? Thank you for being here. All right, when you come in, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the share button so we can get the algorithm moving, so we can get more people in here. Today's goal for the show is $100. That's 10 people with $10 that'll help the show. That'll help the show continue to keep moving on until YouTube wakes up and say, hey, listen, we're going to make sure we take care of you and get you back on your monetary value. All right. So, but I do believe that now men have lost all moral value. I think especially the celebrity black men who are being paid to support Kamala Harris. These men are not stopping their acting jobs. The other night on BET, they had a group full of men got together, mostly celebrities. You think they stopped their jobs to come and talk about Kamala Harris and did it for free? No, they're being paid. All right. Cardi B, Jesus Christ, did a speech the other night. She need to just stick to rap. She just stick to rap, baby. I don't know. If put a 1 in the chat if y'all heard Cardi B's speech the other night for Kamala. Just put it in the chat. Jesus Christ. So she didn't had all the twerkers. She didn't had Megan Thee Stallion. Now she got Cardi B. Next is gonna be Sexy Red. Listen, if Sexy Red come out, oh, if Sexy Red make an appearance, I'm gonna fucking fall out. All right. But again, I'm gonna get into this. I have a video here I want to play. I want us to go through it. Guys, please be in the chat and let me know what you guys thinking. Give me your opinions, your thoughts about this video. That we're going to be talking about why Black men feel invisible in politics. Take heed to the message says, and she looked a hot mess. Absolutely 100%. Yes, yes, yes. She looked like a horse placenta standing on stage. Jesus Christ. Shout out to Cardi B. Lord have mercy. But anyway, let's get to the video. I'm gonna pull it up here. I got it pulled up, and let's go through the video. We'll be doing some stops and as we go. All right. Nissa's in the building. She said, Edward Giver, may I suggest you research the actual interview, which was years ago. The actual interviewer was reposted. Stop judging off clips. You know what, Nissa? The thing that I don't understand is that everybody keeps talking about clips. How is it possible that Kamala Harris can get on? This is what I'm dealing with my family, Anissa, as well. My own mom said that the clip of Kamala Harris saying that she will follow the law and she will follow the law. And when it comes to transitioning prisoners and illegal immigrants in prison, my mom said that's just a clip. I think all the old women are just saying that. They're saying that because they want to get our minds off what the reality is. The woman sat right there on the couch in an interview, and she said, I will follow the law when it comes to transitioning prisoners in the prison system. She says she will follow the law. She said, she supports transitioning prisoners. How is that fake? She said it. Right? But I don't know. Content. Okay. If a man get on here and say, I'm gay, and they clip that, and it says, I'm gay. A clip still tells the truth. Matter of fact, guys, let me give y'all this. Anissa, if you want to come up, if you ain't doing nothing, baby, pour your glass of wine and bring your ass up here. I do want to say this. If you watch the Fox News interview with Kamala Harris, okay, Anissa, my bad. If you go watch the Fox News interview with Kamala Harris, she told everything, and that's not clips. That's why I played the entire thing right here on this network. It's not clips. She said that she does support that transitioning men in prison who want to be transgender to pay for their surgeries with your tax money. Yes. She agrees. Okay, she agrees. Georgia about to blow y'all out on this. It's about to be over. Georgia finna stomp a mud hole in y'all ass. Georgia, so since you're there, I'm gonna give you an analogy. Georgia is Trump. Florida is Kamala Harris. But yeah, so again, guys, I just we have to be able to have this conversation. But black men disappear. Black men say, oh shit, I'm not voting. And if I am voting, I'm voting for Agent Orange. Right? Anissa says she don't agree with the transition to prisons. Why you vote for her? Because it's more than that. Right? She was asked to apologize to the family of those 3 girls who were murdered by illegal immigrants. She still hadn't said she could not look in the camera and say, I apologize. Come on, Nissa, I'm not lying. She did not apologize. She did not say, I'm sorry, because then if she would have said, I'm sorry, that means she would be taking full responsibility for being the border czar and allowing over 20 million people to cross, historical number of people across the border. Imagine if they would have held that thing together like Trump did. Do those illegal immigrants murder those 3 girls? 3 American girls? No. Right? If Trump is such a bad person, then why is Trump's tariffs that he invoked, why are they still active if it didn't make sense? Again, guys, welcome to the channel today. Welcome. We're about to hop into this video. But before we do some housekeeping, I've seen somebody else came in here. Let's see here. TIQS in the building. What's going on? Anissa's in the building. Thank you for being here, sweetheart. Information Man is in the building. What's going on, my guy? Let's see here. The underrated darkness is in the building. What's going on? All right. Today's goal today for the channel is $100 to support the channel since the monetization is not there. $10 from 10 people. That's not hard. Y'all go ahead and donate. The screen is at the bottom of the screen. You'll see the Cash App scrolling. Once I start getting those Cash Apps in, I will stop the show because what you give is important to me. And so I will stop the show and make sure that we recognize you for your gift. Okay. So we need 10 people with $10 today. All right. To help the show. Nissa, as much as you get on my nerves, you should send the whole 100. I love you, baby. I love you. And if I was your age and I was single, I'd tame your ass. You be at the house cooking right now, barefooted and probably pregnant at 50. Now I tell you to shut your ass up, go in there and make me a sandwich. You be like, okay, black man, I'll go do it for you, baby. I got it. Ooh. I said, yeah, and take that moo off and put on something tighter. All right, guys, thank you for being here. Let's get into this video of why black men are feel invisible when it comes to politics. Here we go. All right, here we go. Let's play.
Roland is somebody who has been on the ground for this entire political process and through many presidential elections. I'm sure you've heard this as many times as I have as well. And that is black men expressing a level of high dissatisfaction with the Democratic Party. From what you've heard from the folks you've talked to on the ground, for the topics you do every day on Roland Martin is Unfiltered, what are their main issues with this party?
Well, the first thing is not just black men. Okay. If you look at the polling data, one of the reasons why President Biden was behind from January through July was because of softness among young people of color, African Americans, Latinos, and others. And I kept explaining to people, look at the data. When Black PAC, when the Black Voter Project had all of them on, look, those numbers were like low 50s. Okay, Democrats need to be in the high 80s, low 90s. And so you had dissatisfaction across the board. Young black men, young black women. And then, of course, Biden drops out. He chooses not to run seek re-election. Then Vice President Kamala Harris, then all of a sudden he endorses her. Now, all of a sudden, you see the numbers going up, going from 59, 69, now 70. Look at polling data now. It's now going into the 80s. And so even among right now, Georgia, North Carolina, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, one of the reasons why she's only up 1 or 2 points is because they still haven't got any higher. So her growth needs to be even higher among African Americans. And so that's black men and black women. But specifically, one of the reasons what you're seeing with black men, this goes back to 2012. Let me explain that. Obama runs in 2008. Huge black turnout. Well, by 2012, there was a 9-point gap between black men and black women. Black men felt Obama didn't deliver. Now you go to 2016.
Uh-oh. This is what we were saying last night. Guys, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, donate 10 people, $10 today. The goal of the show today is $100. Listen, this is what we were talking about last night, right? Most people voted for, just like what's happening with Kamala right now, most people voted for Barack Obama because he was black. It was 100% identity politics. Who's going to fight me on that? Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. When you went to the ballot and you voted in 2000, and when you voted for him, you knew you voted for him because he was a black man. Because you wanted to see a black man be the face of the country. Please tell me I'm lying. Put a 1 in the chat if you voted for Barack Obama for anything. I'm sorry, because we're going to have some honest people in this chat today. Put a 1 in the chat if you voted for Barack Obama because he looked like you. I just want to see the honesty today. We voted for him simply because Take Heed is being honest. Take Heed, put a 1 in the chat. She voted for him because he was black. Purge, the BS, says the same thing. Edward Gilbert says the same thing. Right? We voted because Melania said the same thing, right? She said 1 partially. Melania, great. All right. The underrated darkness said the same thing. Dora, the aura, says the same thing. Right? Del Monte says, I've never voted for any of these scammers. So let me tell you, like Roland Martin said the other day, Roland said, if you don't no vote for Kamala, a no vote at all is a vote for Trump. So Del Monte, we thank you for your vote for Trump. We appreciate you. We appreciate you for helping us get Trump in office. We appreciate, because you got to be able to.
You got to be able to pume.
So thank you. I appreciate that. And let's see. Now Anissa, did you voted? Anissa, where's your 1 at though? Right, Anissa, you voted for Trump. I mean, you voted for Obama because he was black. Just tell the truth. I voted for that nigga because he was black. I did. I had the whole garb. I had all the T-shirts, the hope signs. I was out in public with it, just pumping, doing this at people. You see my shirt, nigga? Obama. Let's go. Both times. I was all for it. We need to start being honest with this. So I think that, after Obama, I think who just said that? My sister Take Heed said it. Oh, yeah, there she go. Take Heed said, I believe we got a wake-up call now. Black men are not showing up like they used to. Right? They're not showing up like they used to. All right. Anissa said she got to be different, knowing she voted for this man because he's black. Take Heed. Get her, Take Heed. Talk to your sister. All right. Anissa said partially also because he was smart, intelligent, articulate, and accomplished. Right? We got Trey Taylor, my brother. Took a break from YouTube for a while, but it's good to see him back. Oh, that nigga look like wait a minute. He look like a Lawrence Fishburne stunt double in this picture. What's going on with you? Well, you on filming? You filming something? All right. He said he voted, and we already know who he voted for. We already know who he voted for. All right. All right. Scorched Earth said, I knew that fool was selling black folks down the river. You didn't know shit. You voted for that man because he was black. Stop, Scorched. Stop trying to be the hero. Tell the truth. We're here for us. This is why you can't make it nowhere. This is why you can't make it nowhere, Scorched Earth, because you're not telling the truth, man. Tell the damn truth. You want to see somebody that look like you running the country. Tell the truth. All right. Edward Gilbert said under Obama's second term, he gave reparations to the Japanese and the small hats, but nothing for black people that have suffered in America. You are absolutely 100% correct, sir. Right? I take heed. Oh yeah, okay. So yeah, he didn't even vote for me. He was happy he won. Absolutely. Absolutely. But the thing is, sometimes when you do a lot of talking, people start digging on you. And Candace Owens, oh Lord, that's my imaginary wife. Candace Owens says, that Barack Obama's ex-girlfriend has letters of him, you know, voicing his opinion about his love for the opposite sex. So if you're thinking about why he painted the White House rainbow, that's probably why. And then the rumors about Michael, whatever they call her, is the same thing. And I asked a question last night. Nobody could tell me. Where are the pictures of Michelle Obama while she was pregnant? Now, Anissa, again, I need you to start, you research everything else. I need you to research this. Barack Obama had a college girlfriend and they had a long distance relationship, and he used to share everything with her. She has the letters. And he used to write her and send her letters, because back then, where there was no social media, you know that. And he used to write her and said that, you know, he used to dream and have thoughts. He said he would never act on them, but he had thoughts of how it would be to be with a man. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But also in this, I got some homework for you. Just find me some pictures of Michelle Obama pregnant, because I don't know no black woman who got pregnant, who couldn't get pregnant. She said she had to use IVF, that had to go through the struggles of pregnancy and don't have no pictures. That's neither here nor there. We're going to move on. Thank you guys for being here. Let's get back to the video. Here we go.
You see a 13, down a 13-point gap. Then you go to 2020, now 2024. And so black men have been saying this. You have seen African Americans saying, hey, I'm not satisfied with what's going on. You know, people got to understand about black people. The further you get away from the civil rights movement, the less black people self-identify. So I dare say, Jamel, I'm Gen X. And so I graduated in 1991. And I begin to see it then, because what happens? You and I, of a generation, we went to college. Previous generation did not. You start going to college, you start making more money. You start thinking about other stuff that your parents never thought about. Our parents didn't think about the top 2 tax brackets. They weren't even close to it. When you talk about entrepreneurship, corporate taxes, all those different things. And so now the viewpoint begins to change. And so what Democrats have failed, white Democratic strategists, they've always talked to black people in this very broad way. You know what? One message, talk to them in October, hit some black churches, roll some commercials out on black radio. We're good. No, you now have to micro-target black people, which means spend more money, spend more time. And that has been one of the failures of the Democratic Party. They've not understood that the black electorate has changed, not the past 20 years. They've changed in the past 8 and the past 4 years.
Now, there have
So y'all see what's happening? So I'm not playing no clips. All right. I want you guys to see this for yourself. I'm here today. I'm here for it. I got to go pick my son up in about 3 hours. I got time today. Right. We're going to go through videos. I'm going to talk less, and I'm going to allow these people who are doing the work to do the work. Roland Martin, I used to respect him. I don't, because he had his head so far up Kamala's ass, he can't see the horizon. But I like to hear it come from their mouth that they have to admit that they have lost the black man. The Democratic Party has lost the black man. They're leaving, right? They're going and they're leaving. Right? In the next election, you are going to see it. That black men, there are going to be more black men. In my 40 years of living on this earth, I've never, ever seen it so divided in the black community when it comes to voting. Somebody put a 1 in the chat and tell me, tell me a time where you've seen black people not together on who they voting for. This is history. I've never seen husbands and wives divided, cousins, families divided, people unfriending each other, because men have woke the fuck up. Men saying, we're not going to the polls with you black women no more. No, I'm not going to the polls and voting Democrat with your ass. Shout out to R. Payne. Shout out to R. Payne. R. Payne said the same thing in his house. His wife is unequivocally just, she's just unequivocally just drawn to Kamala. She's going to vote for Kamala. And R. Payne said he's voting for Trump. But I'm with you, Trey. And everybody's answering, so thank you guys for going back and forward with me here. Melanie said 1. She's never seen it before either, right? Dora the Horror said, I've never seen this before, right? Trey, thank you, brother. Trey said, I'm proud of y'all black men, right? He said, but Trey Taylor came back and said, black men standing on business for real. I love it. Me too. And guess what? They're not ashamed of it, Trey. They're not ashamed to say, I'm not voting for that woman. Right? Take heed said never. Right? Melania said, my family is voting for Kamala. I'm voting for Trump. There you go, stand on business. This is why we need women like you, Melania, every day. Not just because you're beautiful and gorgeous, right? It's because you think you got your own mind. You're not following. It reminds me of the ham story. And I know a lot of people may know the story, but I always have to reiterate it. There was this little girl walked in the kitchen and saw her mom baking a ham. She said she saw her mom cut the piece of ham off and throw the other piece of ham in the trash and put it in the oven. She said, Mama, why'd you throw away the ham? She said, I did it because my mom used to do it. The little girl said, okay, Grandma, I just saw Mama in the kitchen baking a ham. She cut the piece off and threw it in the trash and put the ham in the oven. The grandma said, she said, you did it. She said, I know. She said, why did you do it, Grandma? She said, well, my mama did it. She went to her great-grandmother and said, great-grandma, I just saw my mama doing that, baking a ham. She cut the piece of the ham off, threw it in the trash and put it in the oven. And I asked her why. She said her mama did it. And then I asked Grandma, and Grandmama said, you did it. So I'm asking you, great-grandma, why did you cut the ham and throw it away? Take a piece of the ham and get rid of it and bake just the other part. The great-grandmother said, I don't know why your mama and your grandmama did it. She said, the reason I did it is because the pan that I was using wasn't big enough for it. Sometimes we do things and we don't know why we do it. People are voting for Kamala Harris because Mama voted for the Democrats. Great auntie voted for the Democrats. Great grandfather voted for the Democrats. Grandfather voted for the Democrats. I posted a video and on TikTok, and it came for me on TikTok when I posted the video of the woman on on Grownish, right? Saying, what did she say? The little girl asked her, Grandma, who you voting for? She said, oh, baby, whoever the Democrat is. That's what we're dealing with today. Right? Take heed says she wasn't even voting. But when her king spoke, she did something different. Take heed said, I voted for Trump already. Had to follow my king. Right? Trey Taylor said, ham killing us. Absolutely. Again, y'all, thank y'all for being here. I did get a Cash App. Hold on. One popped in here. Hold on. Let's see what we at. Hey, my girl Alyssa sent me one. She sent me a $5 Cash App. All right. So thank you so much, Alyssa, for that. I appreciate you so much, Sugar, for sending me that. All right, guys, we're $95 away. Let's go. Send your $3, send your $5, send your $10. All right. All right, to do this content, it costs to do it, so we got to pay the cost to be the boss around here. And with you guys' help, we can get there. All right, thank you so much, Alyssa, for the $5. We're $95 away from our goal today. All right, the Cash App is scrolling at the bottom of the screen, and I appreciate it. We got some more people in here I want to acknowledge. We got Angry Snowman in the building. He said, I see light at the end of the tunnel. Seeing brothers stand on their square unapologetically makes my heart smile. Thank you for being here today. Trace Taylor said, yep, black man, we used to eat fruit cocktail and grape juice every year till I asked why. We have never did it again. Nobody could explain why we eat that garbage. I'm telling you, bro, listen. Bro, you... Oh. All right, I'm looking at y'all comments here. Angry Snowman saying women are voting for camel toe for 3 reasons. She's a woman, 1. 2, so they can delete their babies. 3, legal weed. We see that women's priority, what women's priorities are. Absolutely. Absolutely. Guys, if you have any intellect, if you have anything you want to say, the link to this show is at the top of the chat. I would love to have you on the show with me. Today is for everybody, women and men. If you want to come up, make sure you turn those cameras on so we can see those teeth and see that hairline receding, or that wig or weave you have in your hair, and so we can have a conversation. But I definitely want to thank Alyssa again for the $5. We're $95 away from our show goal today. And I'm gonna play a little something for her just to get a little breather here, and we'll be right back after.
Got a red room, it's the red now when the sun sets in my bedroom. Oh, it feels like I'm inside a flower. It feels like I'm inside my island. It feels like I'm inside a flower.
All right, I appreciate y'all, man. Go ahead and send those cash apps in. Once you send them in, I'll definitely play something for you. We hit the $5 already. We are $95 away from hitting our goal today. I know you guys can help me get there, so I will be calling you guys out every time you send one in. All right, we got the number 1 grinder in the building today. Give me just a second. Hold on, let me pull you up. All right, let me see. All right, what's going on, my guy? How are you today?
I'm fine. Yeah, my channel's the Underrated Dark Special Same Person. Good afternoon. Happy to be here. This is my first time being on the panel.
Absolutely. Do you have a TV on in your background? It sounds like it's something in your background playing.
Now, hold on. I gotta close the door.
Okay, I'll bring you back up when you get a situation. Yeah, that's better. There you go. I got my boy Trey in the building with me today. What's going on, my boy? What's going on, boy? You look refreshed.
What's good with you? Can you hear me?
Yeah, you look refreshed, man. Like you got you some last night. You good?
A gentleman never tells.
I know that's right. You gotta talk about it. All right, we got Tommy B. He be up here. I saw him turn the camera and turn back. I guess he getting situated. Let me know. There you go. Tommy, what's going on, my boy?
What's that, big back?
Oh man, not much, man. So thank y'all for being here, man. But number 1 grind, I'm gonna start with you first, man. What are your thoughts on the disappearing of men in politics? Men don't want to vote, and if they do vote, they're not voting Democrat anymore. What's your thoughts?
Well, this been going. I see this coming like about 20 years ago, but it was not being mentioned enough. So I'm saying for me, I come from a time that, especially the black people, didn't have no voice. We didn't have no voice. You know, I learned that I seen that from my late father and grandfather and stuff. And along the way, I was growing up and everything. And so this was coming. This was like coming little by little. So for me, it's gratifying. We have a voice and we have options. Listen, we're not going to do what this system tells us to do. No. And like on my channel, I did explain it that this election especially is going to divide the households. I've been saying that for almost 2 years, even before then. So it's sad because we're supposed to work together, but it goes to show some of us still into the system, let the system ruin our families. That's a sad thing. But black men stepping up. I'm happy to see that. We standing on truth. So,
Yeah. All right. Well, and then we had Trey come in. Trey, what are your thoughts, man? What I know you said in the chat that you're proud of black men standing up, standing on business. Man, what are your thoughts about this?
Well, let me be very clear. I'm proud of some black men.
Yeah, there you go.
It wasn't because it wasn't all of us.
Right.
And it's going to take some time. I think for those. What I am most proud of, even if you didn't vote for Trump, you made the choice to vote for Harris because you did the research, you did the work, and you made a educated decision. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with it. I don't know how you got to that conclusion, but I'm fine with the fact that that's the decision that you made. I have a lot of issue with what you were talking about earlier, which is just blindly voting. I think me and R. Payne, we definitely see eye to eye on that. I don't understand why we would blindly vote. And so what I'm most proud about is I'm starting to see black men who maybe never really thought about getting into politics or even paid it any attention, are actually starting to look at the facts, being objective and saying, okay, what is it actually that affects me? I'll make my decision based on that. And a lot of them were making that decision, and if it veered them towards Trump, fine, they'll go vote for Trump. If it veered them towards Harris, fine, they go vote for Harris. But I love to see the fact that a lot of these guys are starting to open their eyes. I was watching a lot of these barbershop interviews and listening to these black men articulate why it is that they're voting for whomever. Like I said, they were going either way, but they were actually articulating that this is why I'm doing this, and this is why I'm doing that. And they were using facts and statistics, and they weren't talking about their feeling and all this other stuff. It was good to see. And so, yeah, maybe we don't get 100% of the black male vote to go a long way, but I think more educated black men is a benefit to all of us.
I appreciate that, man. We got Tommy B coming in, man. Tommy B, what are your thoughts, man?
Same thing I think about politics. Niggas just talking dumb shit. I think we all agree the local election is the most important, right?
Yep.
I ain't heard nan nigga talk about a local election. All the fuck I hear is Kamala and Trump. But we're talking about we're more informed. We're fucking with the ice cream. We ain't fucking with the meal. Most of you niggas don't know who your city council person is. Most of you gonna go in there and just scratch any nigga name and have no idea who the fuck you voting for. Judges, etc., etc. I go down my timeline, I don't see a motherfucking thing about nan local election, which really affects you, which affects your kids, which directly affects you. So to see people do quick Google searches to find shit that fits their narrative, to see people that look like the smart guy and I'm going to this side because that side's stupid. It's the same typical dumbass politics. Because if motherfuckers was really talking about something, I know something about your local elections. I don't know nothing about none of these niggas' local elections because ain't nobody talking about it. That's just a fact. And if they is, show me where they at. I'll wait. I mean, it's mudslinging. I seen you in there talk about Cardi B. You got fucking bald-headed ass Amber Rose dumbass. This is what we're dealing with though. One side got some dumbass on their side, and you point at the other side as if your side not doing the exact same shit. That's all we literally dealing with, bro. That's why I put on my thing. I can't wait till this shit is over with, because this shit is just nothing childish, finger pointing. It's just dumb shit, bro. Nobody's really talking about the shit that really affects them. You just talking about clickbait shit that's put in front of you or whatever. But nobody's getting to the real shit that means something. Because like I said, if they would, I'd be able to have a discussion about your local politics because you'd actually be talking about it. But ain't nobody talking about it.
All right, appreciate that, Tommy. All right, we had Scorched Earth. Oh, there you go. Cause hey, you gotta get off that Cricket Wireless, brother. Damn, we got to take it. Listen, any donations today, I may just give it to Scorched Earth for him to give Verizon or something. Scorched Earth, what are your thoughts, man? Why are we disappearing from the voting scene? Now you're muted. Lord have mercy.
That's because you muted me, knucklehead.
Yeah.
Anyway, how y'all doing today?
Car sound like a damn tank in Afghanistan. You gotta so go ahead.
Hey, how y'all doing? Hey, I'm disconnected from it because of the fact that I don't see nothing. I'm like the last guy. Ain't nothing there. It's the same thing that it always is. Every 4 years, it's the same argument about abortion rights. You name it. It is what it's just there. Me personally, I go back to what the Bible says. You keep voting for these people, you're going to get exactly what you vote for. So my thing is, I'm going to stay the heck up out of it. I'll vote local, like the last guy said, but like he said, who's talking about who's in their local elections? Hell, I'll be honest with you, I don't even know. I'm in California. It don't matter no way who I vote for because it's going Democrat anyway. So at the end of the day, my thing is people need to get back to what it truly is. This is nothing more than an attack on a godly marriages, which in return, you destroy that. That means that you're automatically taking the man up out of the male leadership up out of the homes. Right then and there, you done separated us right there. You look at, you got preachers walking around here trying to be politicians behind the pulpit telling you who to vote for. No, preach the word. And the people will figure it out. We know the difference between right and wrong. But when you got preachers up there telling you, nah, vote this way and that way because this, hey, we all in a big ball of confusion. And I just choose to just stay out of it. People do what they want to do. You just remember, your consent is your vote. Be careful who you vote for. I'm not saying vote for neither one of them. I'm not, because they two different wings of a dirty bird. Evil. So if I know both sides of you gonna be evil, I'd rather stick myself and stay out of it and leave my place in the hand of the Lord. Period. People can feel how they want to feel about that, but that's just where I'm at.
All right, man. I appreciate it. So let's see. Oh, yeah, we got Arpain that just came in here, man. Arpain, what's up, my brother? Good to see you, my guy.
What's happening? What's happening? Can y'all hear me?
Hey, Arpain, listen, Trey and the Grinder and Scorched Earth, Tommy B. I think Tommy B would probably stop by last night. Man, last night, boy.
Yeah, it was nice.
Woo, Trey. Boy, them boys went in there last night. We had a couple of guys, 3 or 4 guys for Kamala, and the rest was for Trump, and they talked about elections, and they broke all the laws down that are being passed, and they went through the California laws. Jesus Christ, Tommy, I feel bad for you in Scorched Earth, boy. It's going down in California. God.
Man, it's a hellhole down here for us, man. There ain't nothing that we can do. I'm trying to get the hell up out of Cali.
Yeah, you got a super majority. You got a super majority out there.
With you. The only thing fucked up really out here for us is the taxes.
No,
outside of that, bro, all this other goofy shit that niggas be talking about. My nigga, I'm in California. I moved from the north to the south to central. All this goofy shit niggas talking about, I don't see. I ain't walked in that bathroom and seen no weirdo. My daughter ain't walked in that bathroom and seen no weirdo. And we're the epicenter of where that shit's supposed to be happening. We're the epicenter. I got kids that's in school. I got nephews in school, nieces in school, my kids in school, their friends, etc., etc.
Hey, you got a 24-hour membership. I guarantee you'll see them then.
Huh?
I say you got a 24-hour membership because I guarantee you'll run into them then. That's number one. Number two, yeah. You'll run into them then.
24-hour fitness guy closed up here.
Supposed to get a chance to speak or not?
No, yeah, go ahead, Arpain. Go ahead, Arpain. My bad, y'all. My bad. Go ahead,
Trey. How you doing, Trey? All right, cool. Hey, listen, man.
I'm good, Arpain.
That's cool, man. That's good. Good to see you. Hey, listen, man. I'm just happy, man, that black men are standing up. I've been saying this for a long time. People are looking at me like I'm crazy. I said the best thing for us is that we get off the plantation, and it looks like it's happening. But listen, I don't care if a ham sandwich was running against the Democrats. I was going to vote for the ham sandwich. Listen, we need to finish the game, right? Because if Kamala Harris wins, The only win that we will have is that our numbers are down. We need to bring that shit home. You know, even if we have to, like I said, I don't think enduring Trump is a big deal, right? We know I don't care what you think about him. It's hard. You'd be hard pressed to say he doesn't love America. You know, so I mean, just by his natural reactions to certain things. So I would like to see our numbers down to maybe 50%. I don't think it's going to get that low, but I think Kamala Harris is going to be if she wins, she'll be the worst thing to happen to this country in a very, very long time. Just do an executive order, you know. So it's going to be a good thing to see. She's just an idiot, and you don't even have to say anything other than her policies suck, right? I mean, this whole thing about and I'll land it here. What they call it, reproductive rights. Nobody's stopping women from fucking people. They have all the reproductive rights they need. You know, why don't they just come out and say they want to kill babies? Excuse my language for YouTube, but that's all that is about. So let's not keep using these euphemisms. They want to have unfettered sex anywhere they want to go. And this whole notion that they can't go and delete babies is bull crap. You know, as a matter of fact, the number of deletions are up since Roe v. Wade fell from the federal level. It's up. It's like they're saying, well, if we don't get one now, we'll never be able to get one. You know what I'm saying? Let me hurry up and get pregnant so I can delete my baby. I mean, it's a psychosis of this one, they're like the one, what you call it, one issue voters, so many of them. And it's good to see a lot more sisters coming out saying, listen, you know, maybe Kamala Harris is not the best for our country. You know, maybe not, even if we're women. So I just think black men are standing up. I think it'll be good to see how we stick with that after this election's over. Win, lose, or draw, you know, because we need to get those numbers down even more from the Democrats. We need to get off the plantation. You know, you did mention something. I just need to clear this up. There's no divide between me and my wife because of this election. It doesn't.
No, I'm talking as far as who you voting for, not y'all mad at each other.
Yeah. She's voting for that. I have no issue. You know why? Let me tell you why. You ever see a sinner become saved and they go all the way to the other side? You know, now that they're a crusader. See, remember, I tell you guys, I just got off the plantation myself. I've been voting Democrat for like 40 years. Right? And then all of a sudden I get this revelation. So I said, you know what? Everybody kind of come to their own revelation that we've been doing the wrong thing. So my shit was so late, I couldn't just start saying to my wife, oh, you got to do this, got to do that. You know, I don't care who she voted for. And she don't care who I voted for either. That's a good thing between us. Nothing gets between me and her. So anyway, so bottom line is I'm proud of the black men. I don't care what happens. I'm proud of black men saying, you know, hell with you guys. We're voting our own way. And I'll end it there.
Sad part, everybody on the plantation, my guy.
No, it's not. No, we're not. No, we're not. I'm talking about the demonic plantation.
Let me tell y'all something. Let me tell you something that's shocking. We talk about how liberal California is, right?
It's liberal.
A lot of the damage came in the 80s, 90s. Would most agree?
You mean the genesis of where we are today? You mean the genesis of where we are today?
Yeah.
It's I think it's from the 60s on.
Okay. I was born in 82.
Okay.
Until the year 2000, California was dominated. Republican governors. Dominating. Shocked the shit out of me. I never would have guessed it.
Yeah,
so we talking crack. We talking 3 strikes. We talking a gang of shit going on. I'm a person, I don't like either side. I think it's just a bunch of idiots talking about the other side. Neither side don't like us. We literally had conversation about the elites all the time and how evil these motherfuckers is. And then we're having a conversation about as if one of these elites are going to give a fuck about us. Like, that's why I said we all on the plantation. Like, we're dealing with elites. You said this nigga like America, but he's a draft dodger. You said she's an idiot. This nigga literally word for word said this was one of the wettest hurricanes as it pertains to water. Yeah. If my fucking 13-year-old daughter said that, I'd look at her like she's a fucking idiot and I would go talk to her teacher. Like, that's what we're dealing with. That's what we're picking between. Mind you, we've been saying fuck Kamala, I go back to you, black man, since it was local elections.
Yep. Yes, sir.
See, we're old school fuck Kamala. Y'all niggas is new to this.
Yeah, we've been
He
saying
came
this
from
shit.
where I'm from. We been saying fuck her. God, when they came out with the Chucks and Pearls, fuck that broad.
We sure
That shit
did. We
was
had a show about
local.
this shit. Mm-hmm.
The same way I'm telling people, you better watch for Gavin Newsom. He next. If you think Kamala bad, Gavin Newsom, that's a whole nother monster to deal with. And trust me, he's running and he's probably gonna win. That nigga's the Manchurian candidate. That's why I was speaking on local elections. That's why I said, so the little Edward nigga, that's why the fuck I said local elections. Because that's where this shit mostly comes from, is local. And then it moves up.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree
Yeah,
with
because
local.
I talked about it here, the local elections here in Texas too on the show. Because we got our governor, bro. That motherfucker getting them illegal immigrants, putting them on charter buses and driving them to Washington D.C. and dropping them off in the front yard.
You got one of the best governors in the country in Texas.
Man, he is not bullshit with that ass.
He's one of the best governors in the country. You know, but the only point I was going to say is, listen, forget about, I hear people say tit for tat. The issue is not the politicians. The issue is how black people vote. And the vote for just Democrats is the thing that's killing us. Not because you Republicans are better, it's because we give our votes to one party, then they take us for granted. And then the other party, when they get in, since we didn't vote for them, they say, fuck you. So we don't have no bartering. If everybody could take us, one party could take us for granted, another one could say I can win without you. So we need to make our vote count because we got shit that we need them to do that benefits all of us, not just us as Americans. You know, not just us as blacks, but us as Americans, you know. So who has the best policies for all of us as citizens? And I think sometimes we forget that we ain't just black, we're Americans. And if you got fucked up policies that hurt Americans, it hurts us too, even more, because it's magnified in our community. That's all I'm saying.
That's why I think you should be a policy voter, not a vote per side.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. So what do you think? I want to ask you this. I know Tommy gonna probably go. Tommy, hold on to the steering wheel. I'm gonna start with Trey first. Trey, what are your thoughts on all these black celebrity men just sucking ass, bro? Like they having TV shows, they on BET. They talking about, man, you gotta vote for Kamala. It wasn't our fathers who got us through the hard times. It was Mama. She is our leader.
I mean, this is a part of the issue that we've had for decades when it comes to black male celebrities, and it's just a repeat. It's the same thing in 20. It's the same thing in 16 and 12 and 8. It's never gonna change. Unfortunately for us, we don't have a strong group of male black celebrities. We just don't. We have a bunch of guys who will sell their souls to the highest bidder. We know that, right? And then you have another group of celebrities that can't every other week they fight in RICO cases. So you get one or two that come through, they have some sense, and know what they're talking about. But for the majority, you don't have black male celebrities that are going to say anything that holds women accountable, and they're always going to side with women. And like I said before, Kamala being the candidate was perfect for a lot of them because it checked a lot of boxes: female, intelligent, black. You know what I mean? Like, it checked a lot of boxes for them to say, oh, I can get behind this. What's the guy's name? I can't think of him. Oh, I can't think. He's a comedian, got a radio show. Ricky Smiley.
Yeah.
Ricky Smiley. Yeah, Ricky Smiley. Like, it's perfect for him. This was perfect for him. Guys like that. You know what I mean? This is perfect for D.L. Hughley. This is perfect for Steve Harvey. This is perfect for them. And unfortunately, we don't have guys that will stand up and say, hey, look, as our Payne was saying before, being policy voters. That's why I said I'm proud of some of black men, not all of them, some of them, because there are some guys who are saying, listen, I voted on policy. I am not a fan of Donald Trump. I'm not.
Yeah.
I have some if I ever were to sit in the room with him one-on-one, he wouldn't like what I had to say about him as a person, as a character, as a man. I don't respect him as a man. I do respect his ability to get things done, though. And I do think that he's the better option for the country. With that being said, it doesn't mean that he's my buddy. I don't know that motherfucker. I ain't never met him. You know what I mean? We ain't gonna go have drinks. You know what I mean? But But I look at it from a policy standpoint. I wish that our black male celebrities would do the same, but unfortunately, they are going to be sold to the highest bidder. It's unfortunate.
Tommy, I'm gonna let you go in the middle, man. R-Pain, get yourself ready, but I know Tommy finna go ape shit crazy. Tommy, what do you think about all these Hollywood? Yeah, go ahead.
Bro, it's the business. Like it just, and again, it's both. You think Amber Rose, like,
oh, you froze up.
Yeah, you froze up, Tommy B. You froze up, Tommy. Yeah, okay. You back. Yeah.
If anybody knows Amber Rose, there's no way in the fucking world you can't tell she got a check. If anybody knows Plies, there's no way you can't tell he got a check. I ain't never in life heard this nigga Plies talk politics. Now this nigga is super Democrat. I mean, that goddamn Republican ain't fart the wrong way. He ain't on it. I'm like, damn, D.L. Hughley. You can't tell me he don't got no check. You know, like, it's the funny part is, it's not even supposed to be as obvious as it is. Like, these niggas is obviously getting paid. It's and the point, I damn near can't get mad at it because that's what the fuck America is built off of. Get your check. But it's like, it's so obvious, it's almost cringe that, like, D.L. Hughley, like, it's like, bro, like, when I see somebody and the other side can't do anything right, it throws a flag up for me. On either side. It's like if the Republicans solve world peace, you'll see D.L. Hughley talk about, oh, but this and this happened. You get what I'm saying? Like, it just, that always throws a flag up for me. So, it's par for the course. They write a check and they do what they're supposed to do. That's it.
Yep. R-Pain?
I mean, I think there's layers to this thing. I think Amber Rose being at the convention for the Republicans was a pivot. She would have never been at a Republican thing, even paid or not. I mean, people get paid for doing shit. We can't start telling people in a capitalist country that getting paid means something nefarious. And we get paid for every goddamn thing we do. At least we should. So I think, but the insidious part is that, like you said, it's so obvious with our things. But I think Amber Rose, because we did a stream on your channel. I did a stream on your channel. Did Amber Rose be speaking at the convention mean a pivot for the Republicans? It was subtle, but it was a pivot. I mean, if you live long enough, when those conventions for the Republicans just were lily white, then not only to have a mulatto like Amber Rose up, but what she stood for, right? Her sexual shit, man, and all that kind of stuff was really a change for them. It was like a kind of reaching out. But she probably got paid. Of course she did. But I think more insidious than all of the Malcolm X also talked about celebrity endorsements to black people. He said that shit in the 70s, right? That video was still on YouTube. You just punch it in, word for word. But the most insidious thing is all our news media has been so corrupted. I mean, we knew they were corrupted, but I never thought it was as bad as this. Matter of fact, they should be all brought up on charges as free money to one party or not. They actually should be getting paid for what they're doing for Kamala Harris, right? And so, because they've given her the publicity and all of that kind of stuff. I think I don't know if it was a rumor or not that Donald Trump was suing CBS for that 60-minute interview.
Yep.
$10 billion.
10 billion, yeah.
Yeah, for changing Kamala's answer so they can make her look better. I mean, that's a campaign contribution. That's a campaign contribution. It's against the law to do that shit. But anyway, so I mean, you know, we're in the pickle, man. It's just it. And I think one of the biggest things I'm gonna land it here is that people are shocked that black men have dicks. I mean, we don't want to be, like we used to be, right? We tell our women, fuck you. Tell everybody, fuck you. Now we actually have dicks, so we ain't gonna do what
you clear that up, because I didn't know where you was going with that.
Yeah. Well, you know where I'm going. I mean, we had enough balls to tell everybody, fuck you. That's what I meant. So, and it's about time. It's about time. It really is. I mean, it's about time. That's it. So, before I say something else that you guys can't get,
man, I ain't know
say something else you guys don't get.
I ain't know what you were saying on that.
You know what? There, fuck you guys.
Yeah, I had no idea. I'm like, where he going with this shit? He better not come to the podcast late for that shit.
But you know what though? To your point, Arpain, I do know a black family, and the
You muted. You muted,
You
Trey.
just muted yourself.
You muted
my
yourself.
fault. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, you good.
Yeah, I do know a black family, and the parents are going to vote Trump. Their son is voting. Well, he has already voted. He's voted for Harris, and the whole black men having their
Some of us
member, yeah, having a member. He actually stood on it because his parents were trying to get him to vote Trump. And he would not be moved. He would not be moved. He said, "Look, this is what I'm voting for." So there is a level of there are some, and either way, like I said, either way, I don't care which way you vote. I want to see you, as a black man, exercise your right to vote if you choose to do that, and then do it in an educated manner in which you understand exactly what it is that you're actually voting for. Like I said, I understand the evil that is Trump. I am in no way endorsing and saying this man is perfect because he's not even close, right? But it's not as necessarily if I had to pick between the two, because if I had to pick between the two, I'd pick neither, right? It's more so which one did I identify with most? And there's a lot. I got a young daughter; she can be playing sports. I don't want her playing with boys. You know what I mean? Like there's certain things I agree with.
And you know what? One of the things that
and I live in a liberal state too.
Very
liberal. They voted Democrat. Voted Democrat the last like 6 or 7 elections. It's very liberal here in Maryland.
Yes.
Woo. And I think that like Tommy said, the local elections are important. You definitely have to pay attention to them very, very much so, because they fuck you hard too. I remember, I can't remember the content creator that came on the show. He gave us a secret thing to look at, something people don't look at about in the cities where you live and how much people are making. I'm trying to remember who said that. Yeah. But anyway, so I give him credit. But anyway, we looked it up, man, and the town, I'm in Dallas, but I'm on the outskirts of Dallas, right? I'm in the rural areas of Dallas, outside. And I looked up in my little town that's close to me, the librarian is making $102,000 a year.
It's a good job.
I said, what
Put some books on shelves?
Bro, ain't doing shit. She been there for 25 years, bro. Ain't doing shit. Just sitting there every day like this. Nobody reads fucking books no more. So she just sitting there collecting that over $100,000 a year, just sitting there, right? They talked about what other officials? The chief of police is making $250,000 a year, I think. Yeah. So, yeah. I mean, it's just
that's not unheard of. Even on DC, they was making $250,000. So that's not unheard of.
Now I saw a principal. Oh my God! Watch this. This in the school district. The kid, they ain't got no money for the kids' books or kids' education, and further education in public schools. But the principal is making $216,000 a year. Now I'm confused.
Hang on. Like, how big is the school?
Yes,
it's
probably a fairly large school. I can understand it.
Probably 4,000 kids. About 4,000 kids.
Oh, that's.
Yeah, remember, I don't know. I think I might be all right with that salary.
I said on your on the sports show, Black Man, Vegas got the worst school system pretty much in America, but they had money to bring the Raiders in.
See that? Hey, see, that's that bullshit. That's that bullshit. And they took down Raiders. Yep, Tommy. I know you still hurting about them Raiders going, boy. I mean, I know you probably look at it. Don't, hey, man, if you cry, we ain't gonna hold it against you, bro.
I said if Oakland had to pay the price Vegas paid, then they could have them. It wasn't even worth it. Like, we got way bigger problems than having the fucking Raiders around.
Man,
they trying to rustle up some money down here, Black Man. They trying to rustle up some money. We need a new stadium. We got a new quarterback. Team's doing well.
Oh yeah.
Trust me, they looking for a couple billion right now. They're looking for a couple billion.
Oh, they'll get it.
You know, like when people speak like what you did, Trey, that's the shit that kind of makes sense. Where I kind of get lost at with people is when you're, again, it's sad to say because it's a choice that we have, but you basically picking between the worst of the two evils damn near. And it's just basically you just kind of find the best out of each candidate, and then you vote however you vote. I personally don't care how nobody votes. I don't like either one. I've been vocal about it, yada, yada, yada. But when I see people on either side try to make the other look better by downing the other, that's where it starts getting, like, I ain't gonna lie to you, it's cringe to me to see black people defend whether Trump is racist or not. You gonna die on that bed? Like, come on, man. Like, that's just, look, hey, I'm voting for him because of this, and this, but I'm not gonna be on video dying over defending this dude about being racist or not. Like, it's just not gonna happen. I know we've all know the circles that he run in. We know his dad's history. Yeah, if he was, it would not be surprising to me. And he ain't gonna be the first racist president. It is what I mean. People don't know what country we in, but when you see people go to the lengths to defend these candidates, and almost make theirs look as like they're the angel and the other one is like the Antichrist. Listen, either one of them get elected, ain't gonna be the end of America. I've heard this speech 50,000 times when Obama was running. Oh, if he gets just watch. If either one gets elected, it might be a little bit of shitty here or shitty there, but it's not gonna be the end of the country. It is what it is. I just the hyperbolic stuff is what irks me.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, you're gonna have to adjust to either one, any. Regardless of who you voted for, regardless of who wins, you're gonna have to make an adjustment regardless. If Harris wins, I gotta adjust to the way they run the federal government. If Trump wins, I gotta readjust or adjust to the way he runs the federal government. Either way, you're gonna have to make some changes in your life. The problem is for a lot of people is they're not prepared to make any changes. And there's this sort of thought that, oh, a politician is gonna help me. A politician ain't gonna help you. They're not going to help you. Now, what you can do is you can vote on a politician that may help push you a little bit further to what your particular goals that may work out for you, right? If I wanted to get into real estate, I would want lower interest rates. Those stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, you can go that direction, but at the end of the day, everybody has to adjust. Everybody gonna have to adjust, regardless of who you like or not. And you need to be prepared. You need to be ready one way or another. And ultimately, most times, people are not prepared for the new president coming in because they think that they're going to have some sweeping executive order that suddenly gas prices are going to be 10 cents a gallon again, and bread's going to be $1 per loaf. That's not going to happen. You still need to be prepared.
And let's get this understood. I just read Take Heed's comment. If you think she's going to come in office and be running anything, you got another thing coming. The man that's in office ain't gonna be running shit, let alone if she y'all gotta relax. She'll be in there, she'll be the face.
Executive orders do matter, though.
They'll be running shit through her, but she won't be running shit.
No, yeah, that's true. But executive orders do matter, right? I mean, they set the tone. Maybe they're not codified in law, but they do have impact.
Oh, Trey.
What's that?
Make sure she come in at Trey name, goddamn it.
There you go. I saw the accent on the Trey, right?
You know what? Trey took a break, which we all need a break sometimes. But where was he breaking at? Because his tan is nice. Yeah. Florida, it really does have a lot of sun. The hurricane hit that, he back. So I don't know where he was. I mean, maybe he was
going for a little while. Alyssa was going for a little while too.
She sure was.
Yeah,
you know what? I'm so glad. I'm so glad our judicial system is not built on y'all investigations because it's trash. Trash.
She was.
Everybody would just be guilty. Y'all would just be guilty. Everything would be circumstantial with y'all. Everything.
No. Hey Trey, I do have a question for you though, Trey. Listen, I think it doesn't matter who's president. I think the money's still going to flow. I don't think the stock market is going to be interrupted too much, no matter who wins. Because I think they know how to make money no matter who's the president. But here's the other question. I mean, the companies do. Here's another question. I think it really matters who wins the House and the Senate, so we have some balance. I think it would be bad. It'd be bad if one party has them all. I don't care which party it is.
Right, and so absolutely, I couldn't agree with you more. Whoever wins the House, whoever wins the Senate, that's really, let's just be honest, that's really where the rubber meets the road.
Especially
right?
the Senate.
there are three branches of government. For people who don't know, executive, legislative, judiciary. There are three branches of government for a reason. It's a checks and balance system. That's why I get a little bit irritated when I hear all this stuff. Well, Kamala's gonna do this, and I go, well, she can't. Well, Trump is gonna do this. Well, he can't. That's not how it works. It doesn't work that way. And a lot of the stuff that they want to implement is going to get killed in Congress. You also have to remember that the Speaker of the House has a lot of power. The Speaker of the House is to choose what even comes up. Right. What they even actually vote on. So depending, I heard rumblings that AOC might be the pick for Speaker of the House. Well, that could matter. That could be a big deal. What agenda does she want to push exactly?
They're going to push Jeffries out.
Oh, I believe so. I think they'll get him up out of it. For AOC, absolutely they will. Absolutely will. But listen, I do agree with Tom. The president is important, but there are much more other positions that, quite frankly, could be considered more important if you really break it down, right? Here in Maryland, the Senate was about Larry Hogan and also Brooks. It was a big deal here, right? Because Larry Hogan has said some not so nice things about Trump. He's gone in on Trump, so it was a big deal here in Maryland, right? So there are some other votes that matter. Especially when you start to look at the whole of it, right? And who is running the House and who is running the Senate is extremely important. Especially if it's you got a Republican president with a Republican Senate, things can start moving. You know what I mean? Things can happen.
That's how they pushed Obamacare through when they ended up getting the House and the Senate. They just pushed that shit through. One shit they could do to stop it.
I want to show y'all this real quick. This was from the Kamala Harris Lick My Twat Summit. And I want y'all to watch this. Here we go. Listen to this shit.
Many women I spoke to felt that women's reproductive rights were important to them, but not their top priority. However, the fact remains that maternal mortality rates amongst Black women are exponentially higher in states with Republican-led abortion bans. As Black men, our primary responsibility in this humanity is to protect Black women.
Yes, indeed.
That's why we're here. Many men I spoke to.
I just want thoughts.
When I hear that kind of shit, man.
Trey's stupid as fuck, bro.
I think it's almost unfair to ask people to even answer some shit like that, because all of it could be preventable. If he's talking about like hospital care, that Blacks don't get hospital care like the whites, maybe some of that is true. But when we're talking about deleting babies and all that kind of stuff, if that's what he's talking about, if hospital care is hospital care, like regardless of whether Kamala's in or Trump's in, if we need better care for Black women, right? Because this still is prevailing thing, and Black people in general, they think we could take more pain than everybody else. That might be a rumor, but I think there might be some truth to that, right? Especially because women complain about that all the time, right? Black women complain about that all the time, and there's probably truth to that, But yeah, I just don't think that when guys get up there, they're kind of asking us to protect Black women from themselves. Right, from the things, some of the self-inflicted wounds they put on themselves, like unwanted pregnancies and things of that nature. When I say that, they're not the only ones, but they still have to open their legs to idiots to make that shit happen, right? Or to men that they know are not no good, right? They have to do that. They have to consent for that kind of shit. They have the first right of refusal. I don't know how we protect people from themselves when they don't want to be protected. And just having unfettered abortion rights is not going to save them. It's not. I just don't agree with that. And plus, like I said, baby deletions are up since Roe v. Wade went down. They're not down. They're still up. Just go to a blue state. And most red states actually have the exceptions in place. Just like maybe 3 states where they try to have this draconian no exceptions. And I think their courts have already stayed those rulings. So I think it's an overreaction. I think Trump is right about That stuff should be at the state level. A lot of laws are at the state level. That's another one. I don't have any issues. So I can't.
So let me say this real quick. If you had the exceptions on abortion, I'm gonna say this, and I know somebody else gonna use it because people steal. If you had to take the exceptions of molestation or rape, and those are the only exceptions you give for abortion, the abortion clinics will be open once a week.
If that.
Because those things, they're less than 1%.
That's right.
So if you're doing it on the exceptions, the abortion clinics will be open once a week. They'll be open every Friday. Anything past 1 day a week, if they're using it for the fact that I went out on the weekend, I got drunk, I fucked a nigga in New Orleans, I woke up the next day after Mardi Gras, a couple of weeks later, I say, fuck, I'm pregnant. It must have been that nigga I slept with. I don't remember how he looked. Let me go cut this baby up.
Exactly. Vast majority of them.
Trey?
Yeah, men like him are the problem. They're the problem. It's just always this sort of caping. Oh, we got to protect you. Listen, new day, new way, right? This is not 100 years ago where we should be going out and running out to protect these women because, things that could hurt. Those days are over, right? If these women are allowed to literally do pretty much whatever they want to.
Exactly.
There's no stopping them. They have every right that a man has, and they have even more privileges. So why is it that we have to go out and protect them from themselves? That's not your responsibility. Your responsibility is to protect a woman that has your last name or that has committed her life to you. That's your responsibility. It's not my responsibility to protect some girl who got drunk and had sex or some girl who couldn't control her horniness. That ain't got nothing to do with me. And if you don't want to understand that, then you are as bad as the women are because you're not holding anybody accountable. At one point in time, listen, as a man and as a father, I have to be accountable. I have a child. It didn't work out with the mother. She ran her ass straight down to the courthouse. And she basically filled out a sheet of paper that said, I need to hold him accountable. Will you help me? And the court system said, sure, of course we will. Now, if I run my black ass down there and say, hey, she's the mother, I need you to help me hold her accountable. They're going to say, well,
you're the man. You're the man.
Yeah, you're a man. Can't you? There's all types of red tape I got to cut through before I finally get there. We're talking about babies and children being given back to the mom who's on drugs. And there's all types of red tape that's through it. And so when you get men who stand up in front of everybody and say, well, we got to protect them from what? What exactly are we protecting them from? Because they don't want to be protected. They don't want to be.
No.
Right. If black man, if my life was in danger and you came up to me and you said, Trey, your life is in danger. I said, well, what exactly is he saying? Listen, if you go outside, bro, it's 6-7 dudes, they waiting. You've done your part. You have made me aware that my life, something could happen to me. Now, if I take my black ass out front and get jumped by 6 dudes, whose fault is that? Mine.
That's right.
We are very well aware that a lot of women, if there's no protection being happened, nobody's using protection, and a lot of these women are not on contraceptives, right? You know that there's a consequence if you have sex and you get pregnant. There's a consequence. Everybody knows it. You don't get to just go up to the blackboard and just, never happened. Never happened. And just erase it. Because the truth of the matter is one thing we don't talk about a lot, black men and out in here, is the lingering mental, psychological, and physio effects that this has on women. And I said this to a million guys before. I was just talking to some young dudes the other day at 18. I said, you guys don't understand, a lot of these women that y'all dealing with are jacked up emotionally and mentally. And here you come looking like a fool talking about I'm a saver. I'm gonna dust off the cape in the back of the closet. She's already jacked up. And that's one thing I don't understand, why women aren't addressing that more. Why aren't women more outraged at the lingering effects that these types of procedures have on women? Why don't we care about that? Because we got a lot of women that have had these procedures that were done 10, 15 years ago, and it still to this day bothers them.
Absolutely.
Still feel the effects of whatever equipment that was used or whatever pill they was told to take. They still feel the effects of it to this day. That's up here. How can you ever create a family with a woman and she already jacked up here for something that ain't even had nothing to do with you? She did that before you even got there. You can't create nothing with her. She gone.
Yeah, you know what? Can I say this too? Right, on Trey, just to piggyback, because he has a girl and I have two. And one of the things that when they say, well, you got daughters, how could you speak this way? Because I know that if one of my daughters came home pregnant and it wasn't, if it was a so-called consensual situation, I'm not blaming the dude. I taught you better. I taught you better.
Exactly, boy. You gotta preach.
I am not going to blame the dude. That's your shit, man. You protect your womb. That's why when these ladies tell me it takes two, fuck that. If my daughter came home pregnant and it was consensual, I said, you open your legs unprotected to some asshole. If I didn't teach you anything else, you knew all the ramifications. You did this, and so that's my pushback to women saying you're just a man. I got daughters. I'm not blaming the dude, not for the pregnancy. I'm gonna come after this guy. I'm gonna say, what you gonna do now? But you know what I'm saying? But my daughters would never get a pass for that shit unless it was some kind of assault situation. So so that's why I speak with conviction when I say, listen, this is your womb, goddammit, and you're born with inherent value, and your job is to protect your virtue and your value. While man's is to earn his value and his keep. Yours is to protect yours. And not enough women who know better teach that shit.
And I got drugged for that R-Pain too. I said this about 7 months, 8 months ago on the show. I said, if my daughter comes home from college and say, Daddy, I'm pregnant, and I say that, and I'm going to ask her two things. Were you raped?
Mm-hmm.
Were you sexually assaulted? If she say no to both, that's your fucking problem. It's not mine, because I put your ass up on game, and I told you what these niggas looking for. And if you want to get slutted out and get pregnant, it's your fucking fault. I ain't got shit to do with it. And I know that sounds harsh, but if you teach somebody something, people got to learn the hard way, bro.
But black man, it don't sound harsh. It sounds like responsibility.
Exactly.
It sounds like responsibility. As responsible fathers, it's my job to put you up on game. I said this to a cousin of mine. You have never met a man that is not a family member of yours that don't want to sleep with you. I'm gonna tell you right now to your face. You have never met a man, a grown man, because she's grown. So you have never come across a man that is not your brother, your cousin, your daddy, right? That is in your family.
I don't want to bang you up.
And you got to watch some of the cousins.
Shit.
So now that you are armed with this information, you have a responsibility. And I'm all for it. I truly deep down inside, I'm an ethicist. I want women to do what you need to do. If you feel like a job is going to fulfill you over a family, go right on ahead. You're wrong, but go right on ahead. You, right? Do you? You're wrong about it, but do you? But we're not going to sit here and every time something happens and the weight of it falls on you, you want to start pointing the finger and blame it. And when we can go back and look at it and say, well, had you just done this, none of this would have happened. I had conversations with my ex. She's like, she said it. She came out. She's like, if I would have known that it would have been like this, I probably would have tried to figure it out and work it out with you. She's like, this single mother stuff is hard. And I had to ask, I said, is it hard because it's actually hard? Or is it hard because you don't have as much free time as you had before? Which one is it? Because see, that's the thing. When you go on TikTok, you start looking at these single moms, right? A lot of them, they're not frustrated because they have a child. They're frustrated because they don't have no life no more. They can't do anything.
Right.
And this is why I keep saying, stop telling me that a job and your freedom and your liberties is better than having a man. I'm a better option than a man. I mean, than your job. I guarantee you I'm a better option than your than your job, because I can free you up to do way more things that you want to do. But if you decide to go at this by yourself, you're gonna see real quick how much time you don't have. And I think what's happened is, I'll finish it, but I think what's happened is that women have understood this and said, I don't want to get caught in that trick bag, so I'll just delete it. I don't want to get caught in that trick bag and not being able to have my freedom, not being able to go out and party with my girls and with my single friends who don't have no kids, when they call and it's such and such birthday, and come on, girl, let's go twerk at the club, let's do this, let's go on vacation. They can't do it anymore because why? You got a kid, and majority of them don't have a support system. Because if you had a support system, we wouldn't be having to talk about abortion in the first place. If you had a support system, you ain't got no support system. So now you got this kid, and it's just you and that kid.
Right.
24/7. You wake up, you got to feed them, you got to bathe them. It's just you and that kid. You don't have the freedom. Had you actually worked this out and actually had a man around, you would have the freedom that you could go blow off some steam on a Friday night. Don't worry about it, babe. Me and the kid, we're gonna hang out, we're gonna play, games. Go have some fun, go blow some steam off. You can't blow no steam off now because you either A, didn't do the deed in getting the termination, or B, you said I can do this by myself. I don't need no man. Okay, we'll see how that works out. Because every scene I've ever seen, they all say the same thing. This is hard.
It's hard. Yeah.
My mother has said it. My mother raised me and my sister. This is hard to do. So why would you ever even put yourself in that situation? Again, if black man told me that the people's outside to see me and I went out there, is it really black man fault at this point?
And that's why you see an uptick if you go do the research on I'm having a brain fart right now. Who the people that come to your house for your kids? CPS. Yeah. You see an uptick in women who go to the club and leave their 7-year-old watching their 3-year-old.
Right.
Because I want that nigga money, but I'm not gonna be weak enough to tell that nigga come get these kids because I need to keep getting that bread in here. But I'm gonna leave their ass here. She tell that 7-year-old, hey, you watch that 3-year-old, don't you answer the door for nobody, I'll be back. Just think about that.
And I get it. Women, y'all need a social life. Y'all are social beings. Y'all need to be out and about and around other women. Y'all need to be cackling and talking about gossip and all that other nonsense that y'all be doing. Y'all need to
be cackling.
Cackling. I call it cackling.
Cackling.
No, it just reminded me of this.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Right. But here's the thing. You are jeopardizing losing your children and potential prison time just so you can go blow off some steam, where if you'd have just cultivated a good relationship with the father, you wouldn't even have that problem. You could just make a phone call. Hey, I got a birthday party I'm trying to go to. Can you take the kid this weekend? Me and my son's mother, we used to play hot potato. You take. We used to play hot potato. She'd be like, I got this going on. All right, can you take him? Yeah, I got him. I got this going on. Here, you take him. If you actually cultivate a good relationship, but you can't do that because you got drunk and how it's a black man. The statistics of how many women are on drugs and are on prescription drugs, it's another uptick. It's increasing. So many women, like when I say up here, it's gone. It's gone. And you young fellas out there, you young brothers out there, when y'all actually are out here dealing with these women, your vetting process ain't got nothing to do from the neck down. Y'all out here vetting them because they got big boobs and big ass. You messed up. And everything you need to be vetting needs to be from here up. What is her mentality like?
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of these women, I'm telling you, bro, they jacked up out here, man. And I want to blame a lot of it on them, but some of it ain't even on them. They're a product of the culture of the society that's been put on them. And instead of making the right decision, they just made the wrong decision. And I can't absolve you from making the wrong decision if you knew better.
Yep. Because Take Heed said it best. Take Heed said that she went through the process of the whole deleting of a child. And she said she's still dealing with that demon to this day. So imagine Take Heed having one. Imagine last week, Trey, you missed it, boy. Last week, there was a girl on social media that says she's had 40 abortions in her lifetime, bro. And so think about her not telling a man nothing, and he get with her, and she dealing with 40 fucking demons from babies that she deleted, and you're trying to love on her, and you're trying, damn, why she still got an attitude? Why she cussing? Why she talking stupid? Why she being ignorant? That's why I tell my son, don't be with a single mother. I tell him all the time, do not, because you don't know what mental state that put her in when that nigga left her with that child by herself.
Oh yeah.
My mama didn't turn
And why is
kid. Go ahead.
Oh, you're on mute again.
and why is this not a bigger issue? Like, shout out to Take Heed, because one thing I love about Take Heed, I may not always agree with her, but I do love her transparency. I love her transparency.
Absolutely.
And we're talking about a woman in Take Heed, no disrespect to her, but in a woman Take Heed who's in a loving situation, right? Like, her situation couldn't be no better considering everything she's been through. And she's still trying to express to you young women, listen, don't do this, because I'm still jacked up behind this. And I got a husband and kids and a husband who loves me and supports me. You know what I mean? And
yeah,
she's still trying to express it. And it's like they don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear that. No, I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna go have fun. I remember watching a video of some girls that were down in Miami, and they had slept with a bunch of two girls, they were sisters. They had slept with a bunch of guys, and both of them ended up pregnant as a result of it. And they were like laughing, like, and it was like, well, do y'all know who the father? And they were like, both of them looking at each other like, no. They had already made their mind that they knew what the next step was.
Right.
So why are we doing all this? Why are you going down there and you doing all this stuff and you put yourself in a bad position and you're not making yourself viable for the man that you actually want? Because it will come. A lot of these young women never understand it. You will meet the man that you actually like, that you actually want to be with him, and your mental will not be right to be with him. He will be in a space where he's ready to be with you, but you so jacked up because you never these things.
But you know, here's the thing, though, Trey. There was a lady who admonished Cam Newton and Nick Cannon, right? She's supposed to be this doctor, Brian. I don't know if you watched this chick.
She just got exposed.
She was just on tonight's conversation. Stay with the same old rhetoric, telling the young girls in their 20s, go play around, go enjoy your life. I mean, by now that's got to be the worst advice you can give young people in general. You know why? Because we have the receipts on what that shit does to women when they hit their 30s. And if they can even escape their 20s without having a baby, that's a minor miracle, because 3/4 of Black women by the time they're 26 have a kid. I couldn't believe it. There was a study from 15, a medium man, he's really thorough. He had all these statistics, and from 15 to 19, 2015 to 2019, maybe the numbers might have changed. He said by 24, the statistics showed that 77% of Black women had a kid by 24 years old. And you sit down here and you say, maybe that's hard to believe, but if you ever watch Pop the Balloon Show, when a guy says, I don't want no baby mamas, the balloons are popping like a mom. And it'd be like one or two left. It'd be like one or two left, man. So I tell you what, man, it's a damn shame. Just a shame.
Our pain. I like to see the numbers on the opposite. Like how many men under the age of
the same age, it was 50% of men.
I bet it's very small.
So that lends to your point that all the women.
20 was only 14, but at 24, 25, it was 50%. So he did it both, but he did it for Spanish people, he did it for white folks. The numbers
she must have been
Black
fine.
men.
Tracy, you fine?
Say what?
She must have been fine. The one that just passed by you. You stared at her a little bit longer.
Man, bring your show, man.
You said.
But he was stingy. He didn't pan the camera so we can see.
That nigga said,
Hey, but you know what though? Guess what was walking right behind her to our Payne's point?
Her daughter?
Her son.
Oh, yeah. Oh
so,
no.
Look, I got my quick look in, and then I went on about my business.
Yeah, there you go.
That's funny.
Trey, boy, you starved for a little bit when the little boy showed up. Shit, you disconnected like Wi-Fi at Motel 6. God damn it. Oh.
Walk over and say, hey, boy, your mama fine as hell, boy. You need a daddy. You want a daddy? You need a daddy?
Hey, but you know what, though? I saw a video.
Daddy around, that's funny.
I saw a video that made me proud. Yeah, I saw a video that made me proud. Just a little bit of Black women, just the other day, where Black women were coming out against Florida A&M, I think, had their homecoming. And the old school women that graduated from there went back for homecoming. and they were videoing and talking about the girl, shaming the girls who was out there with their asses out and their titties out, shaming the fuck out of them. Like what?
Let's be clear, black man. It's not all black men.
Right.
There are some black men out here who still have standards, who still have class, elegance, and dignity. And I'll give you an example. DJ Envy just did a Crush on You remix video, whatever, had his daughter dressed up, daughter dressed up like Lil' Kim. Bro, them black women went in on him.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah.
They went in on him. The black woman was like, oh, hell no, this is unacceptable. And so it'll be very clear. There's a certain subset of like, oh, if we could just get these sisters together, I think we'd be all right. It's just a certain little subsect. It's like, do y'all have to be so ratchet? Do you have to be like, do you have to do this? I get it. You want to have your freedom. You want to have fun. For whatever reason, twerking is fun to y'all, fine, whatever. It is what it is. But I don't think a lot of the times they realize that this small minority, they're being allowed to speak for the majority of our entire community. And it's like, nah, like majority of these black women, they want to go to school, they want to get educations. A lot of them want a family. They're a little confused on how to get that done. They're a little confused on how to get that process done. That's what they really want to do, and they're not being able to do it. But I do want to point out that it ain't all of them. It ain't all of them. I've seen some black women that turn their face up and go, "Oh no, absolutely not."
I think black women have a trouble kind of balancing some of the stuff. Because I'm one of those kind of guys that tell them, listen, it's okay for you to, have your own, right? But you can do all of that stuff and have meaningful relationships at the same time. It doesn't mean that it's got to be, I got to just focus on it. That's what they say men need to do. But you could be married and get all of that shit. You can get higher education, you could work, you could have children, you can do all that shit and have a significant other, a spouse, best thing. I said, the only thing you can't do is have sex with other men. Now, maybe that's not maybe they're just telling you, I want to be able to bone who I want to bone, And in that case, don't get married. But the truth is, you can really succeed in a loving relationship, and it would be easier than you doing it alone. It will be easy because now you got a support system that you're building yourself. And that goes for the men too. You got a wife that's for you or whatever, you can do shit and achieve more because you don't have all the other burdens, right? She could be working for you and all that. I mean, it's just crazy. I don't know how we lost our way. Well, I do know how we lost our way. But it's been planned that way.
Trey, did you get a chance to see Sonny Hostin on The View? She said that during this election, they don't need to talk to black men. They need to talk to white men and Hispanic men. Because black women run black men, and black men do what the women say. So you need to worry about them voting for Kamala, because the black women are going to take care of them. You don't worry about that; they run it.
They're too busy.
Yep, I did see it, and she's disgusting. Well, that whole panel's disgusting. But she's disgusting. The whole panel's disgusting. I did see that, and this is why I'm saying that I'm proud of the guys who can see this and go, "What?" Because I took exception. I don't want to switch the conversation, but I took exception to Obama telling me how I should vote.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
And what I really wanted to say to him is, "F you. You don't get to tell me how to vote." I say Air Force been in Iraq twice. I've earned my vote. I've earned my right to vote. However,
talk your shit. Talk your shit.
And you and Magic Johnson and all of y'all trying to tell black men how to vote. Y'all don't get to tell us how to vote. We vote, but then also let me know something, black man. They see it. They see it. They see the writing on the wall. We're losing them. And my question to President Obama, former President Obama, is why haven't you guys addressed the reason? Every president before you has had somewhere in the 80 to 90 percentile of the black male vote. It's going to be one of the very few times where it's going to be lower than that. Ask yourself why. Why is it? If according to Sonny Austin, all we do is follow the black women anyway, right? Ask yourself why so many black men have decided to go against it.
Exactly, boy.
Ask yourself that question.
Exactly, bro.
Why are so many black men like, nah, I can't get with that? Like I said, I loved watching these barbershops. These black men they were just speaking up. They was like, hey, This is what it is. This is this. I don't agree with that. I don't like this. I don't like this part. I don't like when she said this. One guy was going off because like she didn't answer any question. I still don't know what she do. You know what I mean? I still don't know what her plan is. And so you have women who really truly feel like black men just going to do what we tell them to do anyway, Sonny. Yeah. And then you got the black men of power who basically saying the same thing.
Yes.
We tell you to do anyway.
Yep.
And so it's like, hold up. I can make my own decision. And in my particular case, for us former veterans, we've earned the right to do it.
Right.
To vote the way we want to vote.
But so she also said that we're crazy and ridiculous for not tossing their salad on demand. Hey, black boy, hey, toss the salad. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
I think the view, you know, and Whoopi Goldberg, you're like, you know, she does. You know, Whoopi Goldberg looks like
black man. Can you imagine tossing Whoopi salad?
I got just threw up in my fucking mouth. God,
that's disgusting.
God damn. Whoa, shit, boy.
That shit lame as fuck.
So look, I mean, but you know, if you look at Whoopi, I don't know if she been lost, but anytime you look like a South Houston bulldog in the face, you don't have anything left but politics. And so in Sonny Houston or Halston, whatever you pronounce her name, if you didn't look at her politics and the things she said, I think Sonny need to just get with a nigga to fuck her brains out. She need to get rid of that fucking dude she with and get her a nigga that in Trey's words, fold her ass up like a lawn chair. And I think she
definitely don't respect him. Whoever she's with, she don't respect.
Oh no, and he's a fucking doctor. He's a surgeon.
But our pain, none of them respect her, man.
That's right. None of them. None of them.
Because Anna Navarro is the same way. They don't respect their man.
They did the 15-minute diatribe of how they hate men. I mean, how they did. I saw that, man. I don't know how that. If it was a panel, if it was a panel of men saying the shit that they said, forget it.
Oh, it'd be canceled. The show would never air.
Oh yeah.
Never get out
of imagine if Sonny got some good black, dark, masculine meat. She'll probably come on that motherfucker. Hey, don't say that about black men. Black men are the shit. You hear me? All of you Whoopi, you shut the fuck up. Okay? We're done with your shit. I'm telling you, she get the right meat, she'll change. I don't give a goddamn nobody say. Now that's not keep in mind. Now she ain't hard to. I mean, she easy to look at.
She there's a lot of mirror tricks. There's a lot of tricks there. A lot of and
Trey, you hit Kamala too.
The neck is kind of. The neck is getting kind of chicky. Chicken, like neck is kind of.
Look, hear me out. Look, I saw a video of her. I saw a video of her. She was at some award show. It's back in the day, bro. I said, boy, I don't know, bro. Back in the day, I seen a video of her back in the day. I said, because they were showing it, and somebody asked her something. She kind of shrugged the question off, but she was there with somebody. It might have been Willie, whatever his name is. Willie Brown, yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And well, I said, I can see why. Oh yeah, I can remind myself she's in her 60s now, right? Like
I think she just turned 60. She's not aging like a sister though. I mean, you can look at the neck. The neck is like Well,
you heard what Uncle Jeff said last night. He said that her throat like that from all that work she put in. But look, so Trey, when you seen her back in the day, you don't think she used that pretty privilege to get up? Come on now.
Absolutely.
She was bad. Come on now.
Let me explain something to you. I think even the women who honestly, truly try not to use their pretty privilege, they wind up using it anyway.
Yeah.
And this is what I think. That's what I truly think. From what I saw in the military and what I saw in law enforcement, I think that once they get a taste of just how easy it is, it's almost like they get a little bit addicted to it. Because they were like, wait, you're not gonna put me through the same thing you put the men through? So I just get it. My ex did it. She got on a task force. I have been working my ass off to get on this task force. I'll never forget this day. I'm laying in the bed, her phone blowing up. Like I'm at the point like, who was calling you so much? They blowing her shit up, black man. So she answered the phone. She's like, oh, what's going on? And they were like, hey, do you want to be on this unit? She's like, well, I didn't really put in any paperwork. It's like, yeah, we know, but we need, we need. So she said, well, let me think about it because it's a schedule change and you know what I mean? And so she came in and she said, hey, they want me to be on, it was called a Street Crimes, was the name of the unit. Well, Street Crimes. She said, they want me to be on Street Crimes. Man, I jumped up out the bed. I said, what you mean? I said, how they ask you to be on Street Crimes before they asked me? I started laying out the resume. I'd have had this many gun arrests. I'd have had this many. They asked you. And I shit you not. She turned to me and she flipped her hair and she said, you know why they asked me.
That's right.
And I said, oh, it's like that?
You got that right.
What you want me to do? She said, what you want me to do? You want me to be ugly? I said, okay. And we talked about the schedule. She went on it and she was on the unit. She wasn't the type of, she was never trying to use it. And I think there are women who don't intentionally try to use it. But when they get a taste of it, it's like, hey, man, look, I mean, why am I going to stop my money? If you're going to let me on, if you're going to let me do this job, you're going to give me a promotion. It's like, all right, I'll take it.
I think pretty women, the only difference between what you call privilege is some have more humility than others, but they all use it because sometimes they can't help it. Just like a handsome dude, right? If you know guys who are real handsome, some of them are cool as fuck, but they got there going short, take advantage of getting that ass. You know what I'm saying? And you know, so I just think it's just part of nature. Some people got it, some people don't. The doors are always cracked open for pretty people. You know, black, white. If you look good to somebody, you don't have to work as hard. And if you're competent, that's a bonus. It's a bonus. I mean, and you know what? You can't get mad at it.
There's handsome privilege. I mean, I like to think that, you know, I got a few opportunities because I was mad to look at, you know what I mean? Like, there is such a thing as handsome privilege. I've worked with guys 6'2", 6'3", 6'4", and they were getting opportunities, and it was like, yeah, motherfucker, you look good in the picture. Like, I get it. It makes sense. Look, when we switched to uniforms, my black man, this is how I knew I wasn't top tier when the look. This is how I fit. My world crashed that day. That's how I found out I wasn't the best looking guy. I wasn't as good looking as I thought I was. Okay. We switched to new uniforms and they were going around because they wanted to take pictures. You know, they wanted to promote it. And I started noticing, so they pick it, okay. He a good looking dude. He's 6'3". All right, I get it. He in shape. Okay? But I'm in shape too. All right, there's another dude. He's 6'6". You know what I'm saying? Okay, he used to play basketball in college. All right, they chose him. That's another guy. He about 6 feet, but he got, he's strong. He looks strong in his uniform. Okay, I'm like, damn, I'm just not good looking enough. I'm just not good looking. I ain't gonna never get on the cover. I'm not gonna be in the pictures. And now when I looked at these pictures, everybody on that picture was a good looking like officer. They all were good looking. And that's what you realize. So it even works for men. It works for men too. Yeah, I think the world in itself, what we see what's pleasing to the eye. What's pleasing to the eye, and they use it.
And think about it. Look at AOC. Same thing. You see that video she did on the rooftop with that little skirt on, and she bent over and twerking it. I said, "Oh my God!" I see she gonna make it to the top.
You're Speaker of the House.
Yeah,
the Speaker of the House.
When she talks, though, it's kind of like a fingernails on a chalkboard.
Listen, don't nobody talk in the dark. Listen, I'm telling you. When you hit AOC from the back and she turn around and say "Poppy," she
could eye Poppy.
Hey, RP, I don't know if you know, but they make these little things. You put a ball in them, to go around the back of her neck. You don't know nothing about that, RP? My bad. RP, he's not ready for that.
I know what he's talking about.
Let's just pause for a second.
Don't be talking about my congresswoman like that.
Hey, what the fuck you talking about?
I'm saying if he, I don't know. I'm just saying.
Like doing the AI of AOC.
She talked too much. It's got a little red ball on it, and she bite on it, and it tie around the back, and then you ain't got to worry about her talking no more. She's quiet now.
Trey, you better be quiet for that old white lady behind you. Say, "Well, I'm interested."
And I'll say, give me about 5 minutes. Let me wrap this up.
Oh man, that is funny, man.
I say, you got a trust fund or a 401? You got a retirement? Give me 5 minutes. I'll wrap this up in about 5 minutes.
Oh my God, boy. Hey man, because I remember Trace Atkins did a country song said, I I don't care if she loved me. She can even be ugly. I'm gonna marry for money. So if she got a trust, you know, go get her. I mean, shit, it is what it is.
What that 401k look like? What it look like?
Oh, $500,000.
I can make your dreams come true.
That's funny, man. That's crazy.
I got a black man. I got them all. I got the wrists. I got the ones on the wrist. I got the ones on the ankle. You tell me what you want me to do.
And look, I'm gonna tell you something.
Just cut that check.
How long Kamala been married? How long Kamala been married to that white boy?
I don't know.
15, only around
20 years.
No, I don't think it was 20 years. I think it was 15, maybe.
Let's see.
Because those kids were kind of teenagers, I think, when she married.
They've been married since 2013.
Yeah. So 11 years.
So think about it. She really ain't had nobody power drive that thing, man.
Not since Montel.
Not since Montel, bro. And think about it in Willie Brown. Think about if she really gets some good meat and get a dude, like say for instance, Trey, you're closer to them anyway, and she hired you as her security detail. And she just stressed out, and she in the room trying to go through her speech, and she was like, "Oh my God, Trey, can you please just fuck me?
Yeah,
I go do this speech."
I'm gonna say which entrance you want me to come in. The south, the north. You want me to take one of the tunnels? You want me to take one of the tunnels underground? How you want me to come in? How you want me to get in?
Hey,
look, then I start looking at Secret Service agent. Which ones can we trust?
She ain't gonna come in like this though.
You think you just fell out of a coconut tree? You exist in the context of all in which you live and what came before you.
What's that? From the Communist Manifesto or some shit like that.
Hey Trey, think about it. You hit her, she ain't gonna talk like that no more. She gonna come out. What's up, America? Hey, you motherfuckers! I love you, motherfuckers, boy. Hey, I just want to say I'm Kamala Harris. I run for president. Fuck Trump. Okay, let's say it. Everybody put your fingers up. Fuck Trump. Yeah. I don't need no fucking teleprompter. Fuck Trump. Yeah.
Yeah. You know what, man? I think you guys are reading it wrong, man. I tell you what, Kamala, man, if she had a boy toy, what she would do is sit on that desk, open her legs, and look at you and say, "What are you waiting for?" But and just with get down there where you belong.
Hello, wicked. Yo.
She would say, "Get down there, go ahead and eat that shit, man. Eat it like your life depends on that motherfucker."
You know that's
what she would do. He said, "I might let you plow it later, but you're gonna go ahead and give me some sauce." That's the kind of woman I think she is.
Wow.
Hey, look, my homeboy said, what if she becomes a president and she has like a sex scandal like Clay? Like what if she got caught up in some mess?
Or what if they caught her fucking Ricky Smiley?
She would have done it already.
You heard me, Trey? They caught her fucking Ricky Smiley or Magic Johnson or something.
Ricky Smiley don't like women, so you ain't got to that. He too busy dressing up like women and like men.
Yeah. Hey.
Oh yes.
Now, Trey, I didn't get what you said. Now, you've been gone a while, so I'm gonna divert a little bit, then go back to what we're talking about. I want to get your as a police officer, a man of the law of yourself. What do you think about the Diddy case? So far.
That goose is cooked. Boy, cooked. He done, man. I said this before, man. That when feds. So here's the thing, because you got Young Thug and the other guys. Looks like they're gonna be able to come home, right? They got 15 years hanging over their head, but they're gonna be able to come home, right? And so I think a lot of people are thinking that okay, you can catch a Fed case, but it ain't gonna be that bad. No, it's gonna be that bad. That man can't even go in Atlanta. He can't even rap about gang activity. He's gonna be in there doing ABC 1, 2, 3 raps from here on out. He can't do nothing. So is that really a way to live? I guess it's better than being in prison. I think that Diddy's goose is cooked, and I just hope he doesn't pull on Epstein. I can't see a way of him out of this.
Did you see the video of the lawyer of the prosecutor? Said they have 6 videos that they discovered in his now deceased partner, Kim Porter's house. And they all have, on those 6 videos, very prominent, powerful people on those videos. They watched every one of them.
Yeah, I think that's his only saving is to pull his cachet on whatever he has on all these other people. That's the only thing he's going to have. Like I said, I hope that it's not an Epstein type situation that happens to him. Yeah. But I'll tell you something that I'm really looking to. If they open Kim Porter's death and start to investigate it more deeper, that's how I'm going to know, like, yeah, he's really done. If they really start to look into, well, how did she actually die?
Right.
You know what I mean? How did she actually die? Is there any foul play here? Because, you know, at the time, you know, money can make foul play kind of go away. I'm telling y'all something that I know for a fact. Yeah. Money can make foul play go away, right? And if you don't believe that these rich men and these politicians don't own these, what do you call it? The autopsies.
Yeah.
They own them.
Yeah.
They own them. People don't believe that they own these corner offices. So I think his goose is cooked in a sense that there's too much mounting evidence against him, and the only thing that he's going to have is the ability to say, "Well, I'll give you." He'll got to Frank Lucas that thing. I'll give you this for that.
Right.
You know, I'll give you this person for this charge. I'll give you this person for that charge. I think that's his only way out.
I got one for you. Those tapes, though, could have shit that could exonerate him as well, that he's not alone in this, that these things were consensual as well. So whatever's nefarious in those tapes, it could also prove that, you know, everything that went down, people were in for. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, it can't just be it's all bad in terms of what's on the tape, but it ain't like he's committing the crime. So some of those tapes, if you look at it, the right lawyer could say, look, you know, he didn't tell her to book over. She did that shit herself. You know.
And can you imagine? Diddy had a tape of literally. Diddy has a tape of. You want to see Diddy getting fucking a dude, or you want to see TD Jakes with his legs up in the air, and nigga hitting him?
I don't want to see none of that.
Man, which one people don't want to see? Who's more prominent that you wouldn't think would do that? A lot of people want to say, "Damn, TD Jakes getting." He a power bottom? Like, nigga got his legs behind his head, fucking the shit out of him? Oh my God.
Have you ever been swallowed?
I'm gonna watch your facial expression on this one. What would be your facial expression if you did see a video of the rapper The Game hitting TD Jakes from the back? See what I'm saying? Did it like you said?
Well, first of all, my face would be of disgust because why am I even watching it? I'll be disgusted at myself. Why am I even watching this? What's wrong with me? I gotta do some intro. You know what? I'm gonna go off of YouTube again and go work on myself again because obviously it didn't work the first time. So I'm gonna have to go off again for a little while and go work on because why am I watching this? I gotta do some introspection. I gotta do some work on myself. Why am I sitting here watching this? It's not this nonsense.
You ever saw those shows of 6 Feet Under, those kind of shows where they have the game? I always bypass those scenes. I can't let that shit in my mind. I mean, as soon as I think they're getting the two guys are getting ready to do shit, I fast forward the shit until after the thing. I don't care if the dialogue, I miss the dialogue. I can't watch two guys. I mean, it's just disgusting, man. You know what I'm saying?
Did you see one of the females from his music group was saying that Cassie was complicit, like she was consenting. She knew exactly that. Said that she was addicted to getting high or something like that. Like she liked getting high. Like she knew what was going on. So that's what I'm saying. I personally think he's cooked because Cassie can always play the victim role, and she's probably going to play it when it all comes down to it. Yeah, she's already played it right. I don't think he beats it, but I do say that there certainly is enough evidence, or at least what it rumored to be evidence, to show that he's not in this alone, and he isn't just doing it by himself. But again, this was the same case for Epstein. We knew that Epstein wasn't the only person on that island either. Right. Matter of fact, Trump was on that island. Right. Clinton was on that island.
Everybody, a lot of people.
Right. So we, and look how that turned out.
I think the beating hurt him. I think the video of him beating Cassie hurt him.
Dragging her down the hallway.
Beating her ass, man. And, so that part makes her a victim. Almost everything that she done by being complicit or accepting it, that shit just goes away. because they can say she was beaten into submission and she has Stockholm syndrome, you know, that kind of stuff. So, you know, but
and then you go get the right psychologist, you pay him the right money to sit down with her and talk with her and say, yeah, she absolutely.
There's no defense. There's no defending him on that one. There's no.
And just think about it, R-Pain. You in the coroner's office and you get Kim Porter's body, and you in there doing the autopsy, and a motherfucker come whisper in your ear. $3.7 million is in your trunk. I need you to just say she died from natural causes.
Yeah.
Shit.
The capital letters, NC in capital letters on the
next day. Black Man on 50 has the autopsy report. She died of natural causes. And the investigation is over.
It's over. Yeah.
What? You know, damn, she dead. Ain't nothing I can do about that.
Oh yeah, Tory Lanez might have some new that you got free.
Yeah, I was just about to bring that up, R-Pain. You goddamn, get out of my head.
Trey wrote it down there on this thing.
Man. Trey, did you see that Megan Thee Stallion did a video said she lied?
Yep, which we already knew.
Which we already knew.
But everybody was screaming it from the mountaintops that she's lying.
Yep, but people like Anissa, y'all just don't want the black man to have no fucking respect.
And you know, and to me, this is a part of a bigger problem. Is that we don't trust our instinct when it comes to women. That at the end of the day, we all felt like she was lying. She's confirmed that she lied. And my question then becomes, what else is she lying about?
Come on, credibility.
What else is she lying about?
Yeah,
right. Because that's how it works. You have no more credibility now. So everything that you said before no longer counts because you lied. Right. And it's very interesting how she worded it. To me, I found that quite interesting. I said, because nobody else can see this woman's life is in chaos. No matter how much she tries to act like she's holding it together, it's in chaos. She said, yeah, we might have smashed once, twice if I was drunk. She doesn't even know. She doesn't even know. Her life is in chaos. It's in complete utter chaos. And that she's getting up there to lie. She said, yeah, I lied to her. And said it with her chest. Yeah, I lied to her. Come on, man. So what the question then becomes, what else did she lie about? And I hope they go through every single line of that court case and find out if, you know, what the lies were. Because here's the thing, I am all for people. If you deserve to go to prison, you go to prison. Right. If you deserve it. I'm having a hard time believing that he deserved it. I'm having a hard time.
Even if he did deserve it, 10 years. 10 years. I mean, I thought that it has to be excessive. I mean, you know, I just said, you know what, man, 10 years. You know, so I just think that he did a lot of stupid shit, right? He's smashing Meg, he's smashing her friend, and then while he's with both of them, he's going back and trying to smash the Kardashian chick right in front of him. You know, they break out in a fight in his car, you know, and you know, his ego got away from him. And these chicks, man, like somebody said, if you piss off the wrong chick, you could be done for.
Yeah, I mean, look, Tori's a wild boy.
Man, she has a lot of cachet. As bad and ratchet as she is, she's got a real big popularity footprint. She really does. You know,
which is why it's hard, I think, to hold her accountable, because the people don't want to not believe her. They want to believe her. And even though, I mean, it's like one of those, just like I said, it's one of those things. It's like, okay, she lied. She's admitting she lied. Mm-hmm. And my question is, okay, so she lied about that with Gayle King, but she told the truth on everything else? Come on. Come on. Like,
how much of his conviction was based on that lie, though?
Oh,
and that's why I think the appellate court felt the way that they felt. They're like, listen, some don't smell right here. Y'all need to go back and go do this again. Y'all need to look at this and do it again. But this whole idea, like I said, I listen to what people actually say and how they word things. Mm-hmm. I think people have more Freudian slips and more accidents when they speak than they actually believe that they do, because they don't actually hear themselves when they talk. When she said once, maybe twice if I was drunk, you know what I heard? He was having a lot of sex.
I was having a lot of sex. And with a lot of people too.
Exactly. And some of it I remember, Some of it I don't.
I don't.
That's what I heard. And so, yeah, he could have smashed my friend. And to be quite honest, I might have been right there when he was doing it. He might have smashed both of us together. I don't quite remember because I could have been drunk. This woman's life is in chaos. And I hope that this is a lesson to these young girls that they look like they have it together. They don't.
They don't.
A lot of times they don't. A lot of them are broke, ain't got no money. Right? TLC had the number one album. We thought they was doing it. They was broke.
They was getting taken to the cleaners.
Tony Braxton broke twice.
Broke. Yep, twice. Dang.
We think they have it all together. They don't have it.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Lil Durk looked like his life was going well. The FBI kicked his door in and said, "Oh, we wish you would get on that plane. Get on that plane. Try us." Now Lil Durk looking at possible RICO charges. These guys they live this lifestyle to make you think, oh, our life is great. And then when you really break it down and start to really diagnose and really dig into their life, it's like some of us have better lives than them. And we don't make near as much money as they do.
Trey, you said something. When she said she was drunk, that's actually a flex, because when women are drunk, they get a pass like they're not responsible for anything they do. Right? When a woman's drunk, it's like, oh shit, you get a pass because you had alcohol and shit.
Yeah, she wasn't coherent.
Yeah. Now we got to treat you like a child. You know what I'm saying?
But
correct me if I'm wrong. If a man and a woman, they're both drunk, right? He's drunk and she's drunk, but he's not drunk enough that he can't get a woody. And then she changes her mind, he can still get charged with her not being in her right mind, can he? Even if he was drunk too.
Yep, even if he was drunk too. And this is why I always say, so how can you take the word of somebody? Like, how is their testimony viable and believable if they can't remember?
He took advantage of me and I was drunk. But then, and they said,
how do we know?
Jail, sir. But if he get drunk and knock our ass out, they can't say, well, he was only violent in the spirit of being drunk.
Well, how do we know it wasn't self-defense? Well, he was drunk. How do we know it wasn't self-defense? Maybe he defended himself in a drunken state.
Well, Trey, we need you.
Like it just seems like it's
women have got the whole United States in a trick bag. Yep. Women have the whole United States in a trick bag, man. For sure.
And this is why people say, "Oh, you care too much about this case." This case could set precedent. This case could set precedent. You guys have to take a look at all of these cases. When you see these big cases, you need to pay attention to them, because this could be the way it could be.
Yeah,
we got to remember that a lot of lawyers, what do they use to build a case? They'll say back in 1975, this same thing happened. This is what that judge ruled. And so they'll use that as precedent going forward. We could have another situation where a guy he's given a prison sentence even though there was no gun residue on his hands, right? And a lot of other things that would essentially exonerate him, right? Your witness testimony is shaky at best, right? And then he gets put in prison. Well, that could be the precedent. The precedent could be, well, we don't need GSR now. That's a big deal.
Yep.
What do you mean you don't need GSR?
Hey,
right?
Trey, you sound
how many innocent men are sitting in prison right now because there was no DNA at the time?
Absolutely.
You remember what Sonny Hostin said? She said, we no longer need physical evidence. We need to believe women. And when women say they were assaulted, that's enough evidence.
And the problem with that is you'll have Meg that'll go on an Amazon. It's on Amazon, right? Go on Amazon and say that, well, I lied about it. I lied about my physical relationship with him. I lied. So why would we believe her when we have a woman admitting that she lied? And not just two. It wasn't like her and Gail was locked up in some room and it was a one-on-one conversation. No, this was an interview for millions of people to watch. And she's admitting, I lied to millions of people. I lied to all y'all.
Including the jury pool.
And so again, this is why my message to the younger men is be careful.
Absolutely.
And the vetting process is from here up.
Yep.
I know, I've been there. I'm a man. I know how it works. I know what you feel and when you see what you see. I just got caught looking, right? I know how you feel, right? But you have to vet from here up. and not here down. We're making a lot of mistakes as men out here. We vetting from the neck down and not the neck up. We're making a mistake there. We have to start to vet these women based on their mental capabilities and capacity, because you could end up in jail.
Absolutely.
Dang.
Well, hey man, what's the guy to do? Just stay married like me for 30-something years, man. I'm out of the game. Shit.
Well, we talked about you guys last night. You know, last night conversation was last night conversation. But Trey, you was on the show last night, bro. Yeah. I mean, I'm just gonna give you some of the people that was there. Uncle Jeff, Tyrus, OG J Speed, R Payne, Angry Man, Izzy Bands. Boy, when I tell you when they clashed, when Tyrus said, I don't care if my kids go to school and
with a drag queen.
And a drag queen read to my kids as long as they learning.
Insert here, insert weapon here. You know what I'm saying? Well, come on, man.
Trey, and they ate his. They tore him up. Oh, they was on his ass.
I hope they ate his lunch.
Oh my God, bro!
I hope they ate his lunch. That's utterly ridiculous.
Angry Man came through the door. That's bullshit. They killed him. And he said, "Why does it matter if kids have reading literacy issues? What's wrong with a cross dress or a man reading to them? That's drag. I don't understand the problem."
It's a 7-foot dude in a dress and shit with horns on his head and all that shit, man. You know,
because they're not focused on the reading. Right. Nobody is.
That's right.
We now made a spectacle out of everything.
Yep.
That's why.
Yep.
You know how you can motivate these young boys to do more? Get some fine ass teachers in it.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
okay.
If you really want to motivate them to be better, you bring a bunch of beautiful ass teachers in there. Trust me, them boys be in there reading.
Well, but now, Trey, you got to make sure those teachers ain't pedos.
Right, Trey.
Do the best you can. Do the best you can, R-Pain. That's all I'm gonna say. I agree with you, R-Pain.
It happened to me twice. My son, 2 years ago, when I went to his school, he got a teacher, and I walked in. I said, "Oh," I tried to keep it in because I was looking. I didn't want to. She be like, "What you like? You looking at?" I tried to keep it in, but man, she was so bad, boy. And my son was 15 at the time. She was so bad. And when I walked out, I was like, God damn. Like in my head, I'm like, shit. And so he was like, hey. And she was like, hey, come give me a hug, Jamari. And Jamari, we gave her a hug, and he held her just like this here. She's like, oh, this is my favorite. Trey, bad.
I used to love this hug right here where they pin you right up.
Yeah. Oh, she bad.
That's so funny.
And my son tall. So my son tall, so her head is like right here on his chest. He just.
What did you say? What did you say to him? Go ahead.
I said. My wife looked back at me, and she looked back at me. I said, don't do that. Don't do that, son. It's a grown woman. Don't you do that ever. You understand me? You don't do that.
Don't you do? Hey, listen, I got one.
Start getting that little glory tear that going out.
I got one for you. I had a buddy.
Real quick, I'm gonna land my plane. The 12-year-old. I went to his teacher, his homeroom teacher. I walked up. She's sitting at the desk. Ooh, hey, boy. I walked in. She had this little skirt on. I looked at my wife. I said, they gotta do something with this dress code, bruh. I mean, she had a little short skirt on. She had her legs closed, thighs. You could tell she was an athlete once upon a time in her life. Bad. I mean, she was bad. And my 12-year-old son.
Hey, look, I picked my son up the other day. He's standing out there. I said, I pull up. I said, talking to him. Bro, that's a grown woman. I mean, she grown, bruh.
Yeah.
I said, who is that? He said, well, that's one of the resource teachers That's one of the resource teachers. She was talking to me about getting some books. I said, was that what she's talking to you about? That's what y'all over there talking about? Books. He said, I don't understand that. I said, I'd be talking, but I wouldn't be talking about no damn books. I'd be talking, oh, go ahead, Dad. It's not like that. It's not like that. She's really nice. But look, this is what he did though. As we pulling off, he gonna do one of these. As we pulling off. Yeah, she's just a teacher, huh?
So Trey, she came to the car. Hey, your son is amazing. Listen, I would like to just pick your brain about his future. Is it okay to come to us and have dinner?
Do you want to fuck? I know he's amazing. I raised him. You want to fuck? I'm not here to waste your time. I see the way that thing was. I see the way that thing was sitting back there. What's up?
Trey,
I could drop him off at his mother's right now.
Right now. Yeah,
no, I wouldn't do that. Not in front of myself. It's a joke. That's a joke. Oh, Trey's so funny.
I had a buddy though. I had this buddy, man. He was in the service and he was stationed in Dubai, right? He had like a 10-year-old son with him. And he said that the ladies, so he had like maid service, right? And all those ladies, they're fine as hell. So, they waited on them hand and foot. So he walks into his son's room and the maid is rubbing his son's feet, like massaging his feet. She's massaging his son's feet. He said, what's going on here? He told his son, listen, you're in church, who do you think you are? He's getting his feet massaged, 10 years old. And all he could think of, man, he said if he gets started this young getting massages from these chicks, man, he's gonna be low. I thought that shit was so funny. He said my son was laying back like this. Rubbing his feet, man. And he said, man, I couldn't believe it. And all he you got to be careful. I mean, in all seriousness, I'm having some fun, bro. You do have to be careful. There are a lot of I always had a crush on the older girls. It was never the girls my age. It was always the older girls. It was always older teachers. I always had the crushes. And I'd be sitting here lying to you if I didn't tell you that some of them girls was down. Even though I was younger, they was, listen, the first ever, unexposed body parts I seen came from older girls. Not the girls my age. They came from the older girls. So a lot of them was down with it. I'm gonna be honest with you. So in all seriousness, obviously, that's why I asked my son the questions I asked. What y'all talking about? Because the way Black man, if you'd have seen the way she was stacked like a plate of flapjacks, you'd seen the way she was stacked, bro. I was like, who is that? Does she even work at this school? He's like, yeah, she's the resource teacher. Like, God damn. And she was like, she had like that what do I call it? It's like the bird stance, like their legs kind of pop back a little bit. Their knees kind of pop back a little bit. And I said, I'm pulling them. I said, what in the hell going on here? And boy, when I said she got all his attention, Black man, he didn't even notice I was there. I had to hit the horn. Hey man, I know you see me over here. He engaged with her. He engaged with her. But once she turned to the side, I said, well, I see why. I see why you so engaged with her. Well, goddamn. She'd have came around to the side of the car, Black man. Man, look, we finna drop his ass off right now. Drop him off. But no, in all seriousness, we got to take it seriously because there are a lot of older women that are preying on our young boys and getting them exposed to things they're not ready for yet. I certainly wasn't ready. I know a lot of young boys were not ready, and we got to take that seriously. But I do think it's important that men that we do check on them. We have our way of checking on them, right? It's not so nurturing. We try to make fun out of it, make light of it, but we know the questions. We're asking certain questions for certain reasons because we know we're going to get a certain answer out of it. But if you want these young boys, because it is kind of sad, you got a lot of, I think I saw a stat, Harpain that said like these boys aren't even read at an 8th grade level. High school boys aren't reading at an 8th grade level. It's kind of sad. So we got to figure out something because I don't quite understand it. Because and I think a lot of it has to do at home. And this again goes to stop telling me that a man isn't a better option than a job. Because if you have the man, right, and the man worked, you would be able to stay at home and read to your son, read to your boys. I had to read every single day. My mother, let me tell you a quick story how much I had to read. Ready? One day I had to go over to my grandmother's house. My mom wanted to go off and go blow some steam, probably go hang out with her friends. I had to stay the night at my grandmother's house. Getting ready to go to bed. My grandmother's reading me the book, but I'm reading the book to her. At least my grandmother thought I was reading the book to her.
She got all excited. We got to get this boy in private school. He's so smart. He's a genius. To her, I'm reading the book verbatim. Little did she know that my mom had read that book to me so many times, I memorized it, black man. I memorized the book. So I'm reading the words, I'm reading the book to her verbatim. My grandmother's thinking I'm some kind of genius when in actuality, no, my mom just read to me every night. And so something is going on to where the women aren't getting the opportunity to do the nurturing and the teaching because they're working so much because they've forgone the man. So the man needs to come, get the man to come back, then maybe you'll get, women can actually spend more time with their kids and maybe we'll have them reading on a 4th grade level. Alicia, what's up, Alicia? Just put in their 4th grade level. It's sad. It's sad. And I realized this because I had my mentoring class on Monday. I had to read a little passage from Robert Kiyosaki's book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad.
Right.
He struggled to read aloud. He struggled. And I didn't embarrass him, but now I make him read every week. I make him read it out loud every week. You need to build that confidence. We had to take a public speech class. You have to take a public speech class? We had to take a public speech.
I had to.
You had to stand in front of people and talk for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever the case may be. And you had to take questions and give answers. I don't know if they do that stuff anymore.
Now, the first time I did it, man, I froze like a popsicle and shit, man. That's shit, man. They had to snap me out of it, man. Give me an IV or something and shit. Yeah, you had to, That's what when I saw my youngest read, do a presentation in front of all these professors when she was still in high school. I said, man, when I was 17, man, I felt like I was functionally illiterate compared to what she was doing, presentations and all that shit. I said, man, thank God that gene didn't pass down, but for her, man. So, but still, I mean, you have to get over those. You got to fight through them, And I wasn't that bad of a student, but still, man, getting in front of a whole bunch of people and talking like that,
you was terrible.
Yeah, it was petrifying.
And you definitely got C's and D's written all over you.
Oh yeah.
You know what? I would use the F word, but it's true. It's true. It was true.
He in class, back then they didn't bring apples; they was bringing dick to class. Ain't that right, R-Pain? Tell the truth.
What you saying? Bring what?
I didn't bring fruit to the teacher. Hey, you got apple, Miss Johnson? No, you went up there and put your Johnson on the desk.
Listen, I went to Catholic school. I went from.
Even worse.
Oh, you definitely did it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you definitely did it. Just hopefully with the right person.
We had discipline.
In Catholic school, they probably.
Yeah. I know you're gonna say something crazy and shit.
I'm just saying.
Hey, you know what? Alicia put something in, and I completely agree with you, Alicia. She said, in my experience, a lot of parents don't enjoy being with their kids, and their kids know it. I agree. I agree with you. I think a lot of these parents don't actually want to be parents.
Of course you do.
They don't want to be parents because I take pride in sit down and listen. My daughter, she sucked her teeth at me the other day.
Yeah.
Oh,
I damn it. I damn it. Hopped over it out. What in the hell? What's going on here? You sucking your teeth now? No, Daddy, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. It's because I made her go upstairs and made her read. I make her read on purpose, and she didn't want to. She wanted to, watch whatever she wanted to watch, and I told her you can watch it after you're done reading. And because she sucked her teeth, I added an extra chapter. Like we got to get back to a lot of these parents. They don't want to have that sort of friction with their kid. They kind of want it to kind of just go smoothly. That's why we have the iPads and all that. Everything's smoothly. Right. The truth of the matter is that you got to have some friction. If you tell your child to go do something and they don't want to do it, I don't care. You're going to do it. There's going to be some friction, and I'm making you do this because it's what's best for you. What's best for you. You don't want to be one of these.
You know what? I think women are also
right. You want to be one of these kids that's intelligent and can speak well and can read, and that's important, especially when talking about these kids needing to go to college. Got to be able to read.
Hey, hold on, real quick, R-Pain. I got something for you. I want to show y'all this because I got to eat in a minute. I got to go pick my son up in about 3 minutes, but I want to show y'all this.
But if you ever watch Pop the Balloon Show when the guy says, I don't want no baby mamas, the balloons are popping like a It'd be like one or two.
Is it nothing?
One or two left. You know, it'd be like 1 or 2 of that, man. You know, so I tell you what, man, it's a damn shame. You know, it's just a shame.
Boy, he quick with it, boy. He quick with it. God, he's so quick with it.
Oh boy, that shit right there, boy. Man, when you said poop, poop, I you had tears in my fucking eyes, boy. That was ridiculous. But listen, man, I thank y'all for being here, bro, because I really gotta go pick my kid up.
All
and
right.
Trey, man, it's good to see you, bro. You want me to send you the link for Tuesday? It's going down.
Yeah. Send me the link for Tuesday. Real quick, I want to say to everybody that sent me a message on IG and checked on me, I appreciate y'all, man. That's real love. I really appreciate that. Nothing was going on in my life. I just needed a little break. That's all. I just took a little break. But I really do, truly deep down, I really do appreciate y'all checking on me, man. It meant a lot to me. Thank you.
All right, you know, I was gonna check on you, and I want to say this too. We're not going to just look over the fact that you and Anis was out at the same time. So I'm just gonna say,
all right. It was fun. Y'all have a good night. It was good.
I'll see you later, brother, man. I'll see you the link for my.
Okay, take it easy, man, gentlemen. All right, man. Later.
All right, man. Love y'all, boy. Y'all be good, man. All right, thank y'all, Payne, for coming, bro. Oh my God, thank y'all, man, for coming today, man. Thank for the people who donated. Well, I think Hunting Wisdom is the only one that did. Okay, absolutely. So thank you so much, guys. If you want to donate after this, please do. I appreciate everything that you give to the channel to keep the channel going. You'll see the cash up at the bottom of the screen. So please do so. Help your boy out with the channel. I appreciate each and every one of you. And until next time, man, we'll see you guys later. Peace.
It's going down like a rodeo. It's going down like a toy so. It's going down like a rodeo. It's going down like a toy so. I hope you all here for the ride. Come inside, cause it's going down tonight. Only here for one night, no lies. Come and saddle up a ride. Need a yeehaw, you know how here for one night and we just wanna party. In a fast car, a Ferrari. It's a push start, I don't need a car key. It's out on Broadway, and it's gnarly. On a late night, but I'm not tardy. Right on time for the parties and Barbies. Strolling with a chunk of green like a golf swing. Hey, 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 hey. Bottles on ice, mess around these skates. Hey, hey, hey. If I gotta say it twice, then I got nothing to say. It's going down like a rodeo. It's going down like a toy so. It's going down like a rodeo. It's going down like a toy so. I hope you all here for the ride. Come inside, cause it's going down tonight. Only here for one night, no lies. Come and saddle up a ride. Come and kiss me up, it's going down. Like a train with no brakes, I'm not slowing down. See us showing up, we're showing out. Better pack it in till they kick us out. I'm no Nell in them, I'm a lunatic.